Notorious, so notorious.
It's Friday night, and the Posse's back. Deep dives, local vibes, and headlines that matter, or totally don't. So crack a beer, crank it up. This is the NFNP.
Ice Ice Baby, Vanilla Ice. I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know. Duds isn't paying attention, so I don't know if he knows that I started recording. Sometimes, I mean, you're telling the story. You're like, I felt like you had something good. And I'm like, you know what? I was like, instead of just doing this banter before the show,
Yeah.
I was like, we'll just start recording and it'll be part of the episode.
There's
like, why not? Of course, yeah. Now I've done it, and it's all awkward because we don't have anything to talk about. And Duds is chewing gum. Can't have that when we're recording.
No.
That's terrible sound.
Unprompted. So when
Well,
does
I think
USA
actually we
play
were at the
hockey?
end of my story. Oh yeah, it's not tonight, is it? Oh, no, they already did.
What are we talking
It's
about?
like 8 hours ahead of time.
Yeah.
He said, when does US?
It's over.
Yeah.
They blow it.
We won.
Oh,
we won. No.
Good.
I had it as a topic, but yeah, the US team won 5-1 against Latvia.
Good.
And the Canadian team won 5-0 against Chechnya, maybe?
Chechnya?
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 Yeah, maybe that's
like Eastern Europe. Yeah.
Chechnya. Yeah. Chechnya. That's
Is this one game and that's it, or
No.
Oh, okay.
It's like, I don't even know that this game counted. Like,
Hardly
Okay.
seems
I don't know
fair
if
for the USA to play Latvia.
I know, right?
Like
Like
is
Never
that
heard of
a
'em.
country of like 1 million people or what?
the fact that it was only 5-0 is probably a win, or 5-1 for
Probably.
Latvia.
yeah.
Yeah.
I can't imagine
I
it's
had
a
it-
very big country.
No, not to our size, and of course
especially.
we have one of the best hockey countries in the world. I mean, it pretty much has to come down to us, Canada, or Russia.
You'd
Yeah.
think. You would hope.
Yeah.
What's another good
I
one?
mean,
Like
there's
Sweden. Sweden's pretty good, right?
Sweden's good. Switzerland. No, maybe not. Maybe it's Sweden, Finland.
How
How about Greenland?
No.
In the Mighty Ducks,
Greenland's not-
Iceland was always the best.
Iceland, right? And they're
Mighty
not
Ducks.
good at all. So now that I'm older and I was like, why did they pick Iceland?
Because ice was in the
I
name.
mean,
Because they're Nordic,
yeah, right.
I don't know.
So
They're-
Latvia has 1.8 million people.
There you go. Yeah. I mean, that's smaller than the size of St. Louis.
Yeah, it's a smaller city
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
the country.
Yeah.
So it's
If we lived in Latvia, we could play for the hockey team.
that's
Think
probably
about that.
Maybe. Well, we're too
Yeah.
old to.
be the
Yeah.
number one
Well, now,
podcast in
maybe.
Latvia.
I'm gonna go try and promote this podcast now in Latvia and see if we can get any followers.
Maybe might take
what do
off
they
there. Who knows?
What do they speak in Latvia? I can translate this to all kinds of different
Sure.
languages.
Let's see.
Can throw in closed captioning.
I'm guessing it's some kind of
Lavish.
Lettish is what it is.
Really?
Or Latvian, also known as Lettish. It's a
They
Baltic
speak
language.
lettuce. They speak vegetable.
Closely related to Lithuanian and part of the Indo-European family.
Okay.
Interesting.
It's kind of like
Interesting
Russian,
stuff.
like similar.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Estonia,
I think all those countries are kind of like Russian related. They're all
for sure.
part of the Soviet
Yeah.
Union, and
Yeah. What are the three? Estonia, Latvia, Bratislava? Is
talking
that
about those
a
little
country?
countries, like those teeny tiny ones.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Huh.
Yeah, I was like
Yeah.
the three. What? I wasn't even sure we were talking about.
Yeah.
Could you
there's those
imagine living
three
in a country
countries
that
there.
size? Like, it's almost like the size of a city. you know?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, one of the smallest countries is the Vatican, right?
Right.
That is a city.
Yeah.
What about Monaco? Is Monaco a country? Right?
think. I don't know how big
I
it
think
is.
so.
Let's
Yeah.
see. What's the smallest
Oh, it's
countries by
small.
land mass? Vatican is number 1.
Yeah.
So that's 0.17 square miles. And then Monaco, good guess.
Hey, all right.
0.78.
Wow.
So what's the population in like the Vatican?
Well,
Just the
only
Pope.
the
It's just the Pope.
only the Pope.
One. Okay.
Yeah. I think it's
All right.
probably like 100,000 or something.
Yeah, probably
Oh,
the
okay.
Pope and all of his servants. You know,
Servants.
Wow.
Yeah. I think
the
there's
cardinals.
guards.
Yeah,
The Swiss Guard, right?
yeah, the Swiss Guard. Yeah, the Swiss
Mhm.
Guard, which is an interesting
Oh
one.
my gosh. How many do you think it is?
100.
1,000, 1,000.
It's less. 500 to 900 people.
Wow. Yeah.
So per
Okay.
capita, the amount of like assets that are contained in the Vatican for how many people are there would make them
Yeah.
the richest people in the world.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, I know Monaco. Monaco's one of the richest. You know, that they have all the
Has to be.
fancy
That's how small it
clothes
is, you know?
and watches and cars. You know, so they're like
Yeah.
super rich. I don't necessarily
Is that
know why.
in
but-
like near France?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We thought about going there when we were on our last trip. We did, you know, Paris, and then we went to Lyon, and then we went to Milan. And one of the things was like, well, we could go down to the coast, go down to like the Mediterranean Sea, and do Nice, France, and then into Monaco, then up to Milan. And I think it ended up taking like a day too long. You know, it basically took a day out of the trip that we didn't
Yeah.
have. So I was like, well, we'll just cut the coast. Like it would have been cool to see that part of France and Monaco, I guess, but
Next time.
yeah, maybe
Next time.
next time. Yeah,
Yeah, I've always wanted to do like a Mediterranean cruise. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Greece or something.
Yeah, my
Oh,
in-laws just
Italy.
did Greece.
We're
you
going-
know,
we're going to
they-
Greece
they
this
did
year.
Greece.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
right.
But we're not going on a cruise.
right.
Yeah. Sure.
Now, what are you doing?
We're doing Athens and I think was it Santorini? Does that sound?
Mm-hmm.
And then there's one other place that we're supposed to go, and I can't remember what it is.
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
Gibraltar.
no, I think it has
No,
this like
that's Spain.
it's got
France.
this like castle or building up on a cliff, like built on a mountain side.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
apparently pretty.
Sounds
neat.
kind of like Gibraltar. I don't know.
Gibraltar is actually
off.
English.
So far
The
off.
English own Gibraltar, don't they?
Do
Just
they?
the name of
Um,
Gibraltar is the Rock of Gibraltar.
You just thinking of Axis
Yeah.
and Allies?
No, I think they still own Gibraltar. You know, they have that one little
Yeah.
The
piece,
Straits
you
of
know.
Gibraltar. Very
Yeah.
important piece, though.
Yeah.
Very key.
Yeah, the British Empire was pretty vast for a long time.
I would love to go back and play. I have the game, and I tried to play it with Caroline once, and she couldn't get into it. And not like we used to. Remember, we used to get 5 of us. We'd
Yeah.
all play a different country.
It's a lot
Is
of
that
fun,
kinda like
but it's
Risk?
a big commitment. Yeah.
It is a big commitment. It's Risk on steroids.
Mhm.
I mean, you got
Okay.
all the different ships. You've got infantry and tank and anti-aircraft, and you can, if you don't want to fight certain things, you can invest money and try and get super weapons and all kinds of different things.
Yeah.
So
But
it
each
was-
round
it was
takes each round probably
Yeah.
takes a half hour or more.
yeah.
40
Well, how
minutes.
many rounds are there?
It's usually not a lot, probably 8 to 10 rounds, I would
Oh.
say.
It depends on how
Okay.
good people are and how much they're thinking. When it's not your
Okay.
turn, you could be strategizing, but then somebody else does. They attack
Changes
you,
it.
and it screws up
Yeah.
your whole.
I would say
thing.
usually
Right,
by
right.
like that 8 to 10 rounds, though, you know who's going to win or not. It's like
Yeah.
it's kind of shifted
Yeah,
one way or the other.
Yeah, it's kind of like Risk in that sense.
Like you got to play this out because like it's going to end
Right.
a certain way.
Right.
Yeah. Like Monopoly, too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Eventually, you just kind of got to give up.
Yeah.
Got to surrender.
Basically.
I forget, how did you actually win the game? Did you have to win 2 capitals?
There was like a couple ways to win, I think. I think you could
there
do
may
like
have been
an
a couple
economic victory if you had a certain amount of
Mm.
if you started making a certain amount of money, because then eventually you would
Yeah.
overtake everybody. And I think if you
Right.
captured
2
and held,
capitals. I think.
it was something like that. If you captured 2 capitals,
Yeah.
you'd win. Or something
Yeah.
else too. I can't remember. The other team could surrender, I guess.
Well, I guess so. Yeah.
I don't
That
want
was
to
a
play
good one.
anymore.
I still got it, and so I've been looking actually, because what I wanted to get for this game, of course, that I haven't played in forever, is they're coming out with a new neoprene mat for it.
Well, yeah.
And I was like, oh, that'd be really cool. Bigger map, you know, more space. But you can't buy it, at least not yet, just the neoprene map. You gotta get all the other components. It was like $200 or something. I was like, I don't need the other components. I just want the map.
So the map instead of the board map.
Board. Yeah.
So why would that be better?
Well, I've got
Bigger?
one. I've got one for one of my games, but yes, it's bigger. So that's the big thing. It doesn't slide. It's neoprene.
Oh,
it
okay.
just
So it doesn't
rolls
slide on the
right
table,
out on the
and all the pieces go flying.
No piece. Yeah, none of that happens,
Okay.
right? So yeah. So it's
So you can't
it's pretty
flip it
sleek, and
over?
I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm surprised nobody's made one yet for such a big game, and especially when you need the space. I mean, that was the thing about the game. It could be the same about Risk. You have all these little pieces in such a small area.
True.
You know?
Yeah.
And yeah. So then it gets kind of complicated.
You know what I saw today? It was pretty cool. I don't know if you guys ever played chess or played chess at all.
I play chess every day on my phone.
Oh, do you really?
Multiple times a day.
So I saw a chessboard that's an AI self-moving chessboard. I was like, dude, that is so cool. And you can have it where you can play the computer, it'll move for you. Or you could actually set it up, and if they have like a chess tournament, you could have it log into that chess tournament and watch them playing on the board.
No, that's
pretty
cool.
neat. But
All right.
I don't know if I would ever do that, but
Yeah, doesn't Kat play like in a school or something?
Catalina has a chess club every Thursday morning, so she went today. And she's only in first grade. She knows all of the pieces, all of their moves. Has a pretty good understanding of like very basic strategy.
Yeah.
Knows what pieces to capture, and like probably way further than I was when I was in first grade. I don't remember exactly when I started to learn to play chess. My dad doesn't know how to play chess really, or if he does, he barely knows. So I don't really know where or when I picked it up. I can't remember. I just know that I know how to play.
Right.
My brother
at some point
played
I
in high school. I think it was
I never played
Mr.
in high school.
Bauer.
Yeah.
Wasn't he was the chem teacher, right?
Yeah, chem teacher.
I think he was the chess coach.
Yep. I never didn't play in high school. Every now and then during Encore, we'd go to his room and play, I think. But like I never was in chess club.
Yeah, my brother randomly signed up for a tournament that was in Kansas City, and he drove up there and just entered into a tournament just to see how he would do.
When he was in high school?
No, this was a few years ago.
Really?
Wow. Did he play all the time? Or?
I think he played some. I don't think he played all the time, but he's definitely better than I ever was.
He would have to be. I mean, if he thinks that he's good enough to play, I would never think that I'm good enough to join a tournament.
It was like a casual tournament, open for everybody. Still. But I think he did okay. I think I'd have to ask him. I don't remember how he did, but
that's true.
He liked it. Yeah. He enjoyed it.
My thing is I want to start learning. I know all the basic moves. I have my own strategy. I would love to start learning actual strategy, right? Go watch the Queen's Gambit or something.
Have you watched that?
Be like, yeah, it was great. I mean, I haven't seen it in 5 years when it came out or whatever, but yeah, it was good. Held my interest for sure.
Crazy that a show about chess can be that interesting.
Yeah,
but it was.
Well, and they said these chess.com or whatever, these they had skyrocketed after Queen's Game. Everybody was like, I want to learn how to play,
The show really is just about the show really is just playing chess though?
No, I mean it's a
drama.
A whole
story, a whole story behind it.
But they play chess in a decent amount.
Yeah. What?
She was in an orphanage, right?
Yeah, so she was an orphan, and she was kind of a chess prodigy. I guess she learned, then when she learned,
the janitor or something that was playing chess.
Something like that. Yeah.
And she came across,
and then he was
started playing.
He was like, she's way too good for me.
She was young, right?
She was 6 or something. Right. And he worked really hard. So I don't know if it's loosely based on a true story.
I don't think so.
It's definitely not 100%.
I can see it. I mean, but right.
Yeah.
It is kind of amazing how some of those people, they get really good. They just kind of can see the board so well and see how many moves ahead they are than everybody else.
Yeah.
I've never been I've never been that way with chess.
No.
It's never really been my game. I don't know why.
Yeah. Something else that Catalina's really good at is Legos. Way better than I am. She was working on a set today. And I'm looking at it. I'm like, well, you're an engineer. I would hope so. But I'm thinking that might be Catalina's thing. I was like, maybe she, because I never liked Legos as a kid.
You mean like
or now
building something that has instructions, or just randomly like just making something up and
instructions? I mean, she can do both.
Okay. Right.
She can do both, but even just the fact that she can follow the instructions and understand all that at her age, and I can't do it now. I look at this, I'm like, I don't know.
What's wrong with you, Dad?
Not good at following directions, huh? Okay.
No.
It's a 6-year-old Lego set.
Yeah. Well, no, she does like 10-year-old, 11-year-old Lego sets. Oh yeah, she's advanced.
Yeah,
Jameson did
he did like an 18+ Lego set. It was kind of nuts. I was like, I've never done one like this. It was.
I didn't even know that they really had age ranges that go up to 18 on Legos.
Yeah, because some of them have like 10,000 pieces.
Oh yeah.
You can't do them all in one day. You have to do it over.
Oh no, not one day. Sessions. Yeah.
All right. Well, we're 15 minutes in and we haven't talked about anything.
Not really much to talk
substance. Well, I sent a poll out today in our Signal chat because like I had a couple of ideas and I was like, let's just throw it out. And I haven't done that. Maybe I'll start doing that. And yeah, Nilla, you must have been busy working, but Duds voted and he was just like, let's just do a weekly roundup, because I was like, there is a bunch of like little stories, but I don't feel like there's like one like we have
one big island to talk about.
one big island. I think I do have that. I do have that in here. But I thought kind of a callback to last week, we'd start with Nancy Guthrie. So she's number one on my I got 10 stories.
Yeah, the top 10 list.
And the top 10 list, yes, or the 10 top, as I like to say.
10 top.
So no particular order, right? We're not going 1 to 10. They're just our 10 top stories of the week, right?
Let me get a beer.
So our 10 top. So again, we're not doing 45 minutes on each story.
Right.
These are like,
well, I don't think we have that much to talk about really on a lot of these.
No, and that is true. So with Nancy Guthrie, there's been some updates since last week, but really we're in the exact same spot we were. The only thing that I wanted to call out is that the NFNP pod was ahead of the story.
Oh, for sure.
Because I'm pretty sure we said on the podcast that Google Nest had that video somewhere.
We basically broke that.
Yes. Yeah. We broke that before they could. Because when everybody was out there like, oh, they didn't have a subscription, so there's no video. I called BS right from the get-go.
You did. I got
like, no. Yes. Yeah. I'm like, no way. That video is out there. And sure enough, they released it.
I might have even said, I don't think so. But I was wrong. I'll admit
we got to go. We got to go back and listen. We did have an uptick in our viewership.
Thank you,
our
viewers.
listens. I was out promoting a little bit again.
Did you see that person though? Whoever it was that was on the camera, they like grabbed a handful of like plants or something and tried to. What was that? I mean, like, what are you doing?
Know. He was trying to cover it up, I guess. Yeah, right.
Not exactly, but
cartoon style. So that's what they're saying. They're like, this guy is no professional.
No,
like this is some idiot that either he thought he had an opportunity here or he was looking to do something else, and then it snowballed. He didn't think anybody was home, or I don't know at this point, but
I've heard that he was like seen around other neighborhoods too.
So that's what they're looking for now. They're looking for people that have other Ring doorbells and things like that. They're
contact the CIA, get all the Ring footage.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. All of that.
That's where it's all at.
Well, the FBI can do all that, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so that's what they're looking for right now. They found these black gloves, or a black glove, like a mile and a half. So there's questions about that. Those were leather gloves, weren't they?
Oh, well, you didn't say if these were leather or not.
I didn't. These are latex. These are
latex
gloves.
Okay.
Yes,
gotcha.
Latex gloves. Yeah. Yes. So they were saying they're not police gloves. Police use blue latex gloves.
These are black.
Or clear. These are black. So
I have black latex gloves in my garage.
Do you?
What? Oh,
it wasn't me though.
No. Well,
I promise.
Unless you can fly to Tucson in the middle of the night, abduct Nancy Guthrie, and then fly home somehow.
Well, it was the night of the pod too, so I doubt it.
Oh, well, then definitely.
Good alibi.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
That is
we talked about it last week. I would have had to be back. You would have noticed.
You would have noticed.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, there were some other stories about a new note that was sent to TMZ, somebody saying that they had information on the capture.
They wanted a Bitcoin.
And they wanted one Bitcoin.
One Bitcoin.
Just one, one Bitcoin. And TMZ verified that it's a real Bitcoin account. But I was like, this could just be some idiot
wanting Bitcoin.
Yeah, well, I mean, who wouldn't take one Bitcoin?
Sure.
You have to be an idiot.
You're guaranteed to double your money at some point.
Oh, that's more than that. Gosh.
Yeah, I mean, hoping here to retire.
If you can get back to where we were 6 months ago.
Or less. I don't know. Far exceed that, but we can go into that.
We've done that on the pod before. We can skip over that today, I think. But
we'll circle back. We'll circle back.
We'll see.
I don't know. Unless you guys have anything else, this just continues to be one of those. This is a weird story, man. I haven't
really heard much specifically. I don't really have anything else on that.
Where are you at with this? Let's vote. Like who's involved in this? Is this an inside job? Is this
at this point? I'm gonna say not
random.
Inside job.
Yeah.
I don't think it might be somebody that knows the family or something, but I don't think it's one of the siblings.
No.
Although the police have still done weird things at the sister's house and stuff like that. I feel like they would have figured that out by now. If one of the siblings were involved, I think they would have figured it out.
I feel like the person also didn't either have very good plan or what do you want?
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like either something went wrong.
Yeah.
He went there to rob the place or whatever and ended up killing her and had to do something. And, he's trying to cover it up, or he was like, oh, I'll do this ransom thing. I'll try and throw him off the trail. I don't know, but she can't be alive at this point, right?
I don't know, man. Maybe she was already dead. Maybe.
Well, it's quite possible. It's I don't know.
I mean, how much resources are we going to spend on finding an 84-year-old woman who's, already half dead? I mean,
I hate to be that guy,
I mean, I know, I'm just saying though, at what point,
this kind. I mean, at some point, you're right. They got to change the direction of the investigation. I'm not saying you call it off completely, but yeah, at some point you got to say that this is not a hostage situation. This is not a ransom. Like now
she's
it's a missing person
famous.
case, and well, I'm sure that helps. Certainly she has a famous daughter. I'm sure that helps.
Right,
national attention. The fact that stuff got sent to TMZ. The fact that it's gone on this long.
The original ransom letter too, I guess, was not connected to a person, or that was just like a random person too. They figured that out.
No, I don't think they figured that out.
I don't know if they know for sure.
Yeah,
seems like a pretty bad way to get paid, though.
What, Bitcoin?
Yeah.
Why?
For a ransom, I mean,
it'd be the perfect way to get paid, wouldn't it?
Track though.
No, they can track it. They can see where it goes.
I don't know.
You can follow it. Yeah. It's all recorded on the ledger. They actually didn't I tell you about that? Like in the earlier days of Bitcoin with I think they were selling.
You said something in the group chat about it, I think maybe.
Prostitutes and guns and stuff like that. And like I'm pretty sure that all the people that were transacting with Bitcoin in those days got arrested. Because they could just follow the trail to where they were.
It's an IP address or something,
Yeah, if they were in the U.S., they could track them down.
Yeah.
Well, it's not an IP address.
I don't know.
Well, I said like one, not exact, right?
Well,
sort of.
They call it a locker, right? A locker.
I mean, whatever you sent, it's a wallet. But the transactions are all recorded. So if you saw where they spent that Bitcoin, and if it was registered to an address or something like that,
where they spent the Bitcoin, but
shipped to you.
Who's saying anything about spending the Bitcoin? They're not going to spend it
or buying it because they didn't buy it.
Well, what are you going to do with it then?
But it has to be sent to a wallet, so the wallet can be tracked, basically.
Well, I mean, you could hold it for a while. You could sell it on the black market, couldn't you? Couldn't you take it to somebody?
They would be able to see where it goes.
Yeah, I don't know.
They can follow the trail. It's always going to be linked with the blockchain. It's there forever.
Right.
So if a transaction occurs and they see that was ever sent to someone else, for something in return. They
would just go to that person, and then they would be like, well, where did you get this, or where did you find it at?
Right, because if it has to go to an exchange or something like that, all those are registered. So they would know, okay, well, if it's going to this exchange and it went to a wallet in this exchange or some other way to cash it out through some other service, they would be able to see it within that service. If they had a warrant, they could go and requisition all those files and see. So it's not the best way to do it. It's not like getting a briefcase of cash.
Right.
That would be better.
Yeah, but you got to be able to pick up the briefcase.
Exactly.
Somehow.
That's why the ransoms don't work very well.
Right.
Well,
They never really work.
Come alone, okay? Don't bring anybody with you. Come alone. Okay, sure.
Right. Oh, yeah. Right. Don't call the police.
Damn it, Walter.
No. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We'll know.
Okay. Story number 2. Then we're not going to solve Nancy Guthrie tonight. I don't suspect. All right. It's the Olympics. We've talked a little bit about the Olympics.
I got it on.
Maybe
you got. So do I. I got women's curling on. We are currently losing to Sweden.
I see some girl putting a vest on to do something.
We lost. I saw some curling yesterday a little bit, and I don't know what game it was, but it was a guy and a woman. I don't know if they were brother sister.
I don't know.
The other team maybe was brother sister.
It was the gold medal game though. We came in second, and I think it was also Sweden.
Lost, but yes,
maybe. Yeah, we lost. I watched that one.
Sweden.
Did you see that French skier that racked himself on the downhill skiing? He went over one of those gates or pylons or whatever.
Yeah.
You're supposed to stay between them, and he went right over the middle of it, hit him right in the balls.
Wow.
I saw a gal that was going down, and she hit it with her hand. Her hand was extended, hit it, and it like whipped her hand, broke her hand.
Yeah.
She got down there. She's like, and she pulled off her glove. It was all swollen already and all black. And I'm like, woof.
I saw
something go by and they hit those with the stick, right? They hit them with the poles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they supposed to, or just because they're so close?
So they're going. So
I think they're so close. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Huh. You would think you would not want to hit it though. In general, I mean, it's going to slow you down.
Slow you down, but the closer you are,
they just bend over. I think.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, because how fast? I mean, aren't they going like 70 miles an hour or something like that? Or
yeah,
they're flying.
We were watching the luge the other day. I mean, these guys are going 80, 85 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Down like
down an ice.
Somebody at work today was saying that the guys who just do the speed skating, they're going like 30. Was it 38 miles an hour, something like that? Skating. I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah, around
downhill. Yeah,
I like the speed skating when they're doing like the big races.
Miles an hour. She's going.
Oh,
down the hill.
That's pretty close.
That is flying on skis, man.
I saw something randomly on Facebook, I guess it was today or something like that. It was about the skiing, and it was a race downhill, and like 3 people wiped out right at the finish line. Like they were like, one guy I think had his arm out trying to cross the finish line. I think he came in like second or something like that. But it was like, how often does that happen?
Yeah.
All of them.
I tried to watch.
Well, I think the one guy, the second guy, I think ran into like the first guy almost kind of partially. Cross country.
Cross country skiing, and I'm like, this is like, who watches this?
Oh, I did see a guy broke the record, I think, for going the mile on the cross country uphill.
Really?
It was like a sub 6-minute mile going uphill on skis.
On skis.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That's insane.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. That's insane. Well, I got the updated medal count. Right now we are in 3rd place with 14 total medals. The most medals at the moment is Italy, the host. And Norway also has 14, but they have the most gold. That's 7.
Norway does? That's really what matters, right? How many gold you get?
Yeah. How many? Well, that's definitely preferred, but I think overall medals is probably
overall total, not just gold.
I mean, I would want overall, but most gold, I think definitely.
So you'd rather have like 40 bronze?
No.
Or like 20 gold?
No, not bronze, but
no, you got to have a respectful showing with the gold. Like
some gold.
You can't have like 2 gold and then a bunch of silver. Right. You got to be like one top 3 for gold medals.
Yeah.
If you have the most overall medals in your top 3, then that's pretty good. I don't know that the USA is ever favorites for the Winter Olympics. We're not the favorites in hockey. We're not the favorites in like any skiing practically. We might be the favorites in figure skating.
So if you win,
we did watch
hockey,
some of that the other day, which was actually pretty interesting.
Is that just one gold medal, or is that like the whole team? Does that count? Everybody on the team gets a gold medal, so that goes to your medal count?
Everybody on the team gets one, yeah.
So that goes to your total gold count?
No. It would count as one for...
I don't like that. Yeah, it should be. If you win hockey, you win it all.
Everybody gets a gold medal, but yeah, it counts as one in the medal count. Yeah.
Did you hear about this along with the Olympics? My boss said something about it the other day, and I was like, what? I was like, no, I did not hear this. So the downhill ski slope, they're trying to jump the furthest,
Yeah.
Whatever that event's called specifically.
Right?
The long, yeah.
Yes,
right.
I think so. I don't know, it seems crazy, but he said that it was some scandal, if you will, that was called Penis Gate.
Yes, I did hear about this, and I couldn't figure out if this was true or not. I'm like, what sense does this make?
They were saying that possibly
make you go further.
Exactly, that's what I was trying to figure out. They said that they inject something into their penis that I guess basically makes it bigger, if you will. And so basically any amount of their suit that's stretched more, okay, it could be a half inch, they're saying, or whatever it is, okay. Now these things are made like custom, super tightly fit. All right.
Yeah.
So every half inch, they say, basically could add like another like foot or, something crazy to their distance because of the surface area. I was like, how is that surface area though? Where is it at? Are you tucking it like upside your leg here or what's going on here?
You wouldn't think that would have much of effect.
You wouldn't think so. I thought maybe they're just trying to showboat a little bit in their tight suits. That makes more sense to me. Yes. Right?
Just pop a Viagra then,
Well, you remember the pole vaulter, in the last Olympics, he went viral.
Did it fall out or something?
Well, no, he was just doing the jump, and his junk is knocked down the bar or whatever, and it ended up to be, I guess, on the larger side.
I think I remember that.
And all the ladies were going crazy for the
larger side. You can tell.
Two poles on that vault.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you don't know if he's a grower or a shower, but
now you know.
Now you know.
All right. Man. Well, what I really wanted to say though, and I sent you guys a video right before we hopped on. Are all of these, U.S. athletes that are bashing the United States at the Olympics.
Yeah.
I think it's
freaking annoying. Yeah, it's terrible. I mean, like, who's doing this? And then I sent you guys the video of the Kachuk brothers that are basically Team America,
Team St.
America, fuck yeah, They're like, drink some beer, wear red, white, and blue, eat some pizza, They're like all these American things, and they're just like, go USA, and they're just crushing it. And they had a big call out for St. Louis, which is awesome. And then you have these woke libtards.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to call them. They're like, well, I don't really, agree with the current policies, so screw the USA. I'm really just out here for myself. I'm like, no, you're not.
No.
You're out there because you're representing the United States of America.
Yeah.
If you want to go in as an independent athlete, I think there are some rules for that. Then do that.
Yeah.
You're not going to get the money from the USA. You're not going to get the sponsorships from the USA, and you're not going to get the coaching stuff from the USA.
It's very.
You're not going to have your teammates.
It's irritating to hear people benefiting and living in the same country and benefiting from everything that we go through and do here, and then bashing it.
Yeah.
Right. It's like.
I'm sure there are.
Then you just leave.
And there's one thing.
Don't talk about it.
Yeah, or don't talk about it.
Don't talk about it. Right. Just be like, you know what? I love my country, and I'm proud to represent them, and I'm going to try my best, both for me
even if you
my country.
You should just maybe shut up and be grateful that country that you aren't liking right now is still sending you somewhere, and you have that opportunity to do that.
Yeah, and you know what? You have your freedom of speech. You can say whatever you want to say. I don't think we're arguing against that. But just because you don't like Trump right now, or whatever,
or you're misinformed,
or which is more likely, which is more likely.
And you can have freedom of speech, and we don't have to like it.
Right. Sure. Well, sure, 100%.
Yeah, voice your opinion, and then let America, not support you.
And while you're out there exercising that freedom of speech, remember. There's only one country in the world that has true free speech, and that's the United States.
Written into the Constitution.
I think people forget Canada, no free speech. England, nope, no free speech.
Yeah.
Like they have like freedom, like to an extent, but not 100% like we have.
Yeah, right.
You know,
let's see. Do any countries have freedom of speech other than America?
I don't think so. Nope. Let's see what it says. Canada, you can't. The damn dogs.
I've been watching this interesting documentary on dictators. It's on Netflix. It's How to Become a Dictator, and they go through all these different dictators, and they tell you about like the rules of becoming a dictator and how to do it properly and all this, kind of interesting stuff.
You're studying up?
Studying, right? And it was kind of funny because remember Muammar Gaddafi, right? From Libya. And it was going through like he was like the longest running dictator.
I think this is the second time he's come up on the podcast.
Is it?
Believe it or not.
Oh,
yes.
Really?
How that's possible, I don't know.
He was, I think, dictator for 41 years or something like that.
Yes.
And in the later parts of his dictatorship, he started, because the outside world was kind of blasting him for being a dictator and doing all these atrocities to his people.
Yeah.
So he, in order to get back into like the good graces of the rest of the world, once he saw, I think the United States like bombed the shit out of him. And he was like, okay, now I realize, I'm not as tough as I thought. So he started to institute these policies within Libya, kind of a freedom of speech, freedom of assembly, and all these things, giving these rights back to the people. And it wasn't long before they rose up against him and killed him.
Well, that's why these other countries,
he did not stick to the dictator playbook. He gave his people rights, and then they rebelled against him and killed him.
Surprise! Yeah.
Did you find the answer? Because I googled it too.
Yeah. What did Grok say?
Oh, let's see.
You forgot all about it. So
I did. I forgot it. So strong freedom of speech.
I see that. Many countries, particularly democracies in Europe, North America, and part of Asia and Africa, have constitutional or legal protections for freedom of speech, while Scandinavian nations like Norway, Denmark, Sweden often rank highest in freedom of expression. Countries such as Canada, Australia, and Germany also have strong traditions of free speech. Doesn't actually say for sure that any other country does specifically.
It does say, yes, freedom of speech, or more precisely, freedom of expression is explicitly written into constitutions of many countries around the world. Yeah, Norway, Denmark, Sweden.
But they have exceptions.
I'm sure they do. They can just override it and.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like Canada, you can't misgender somebody. If you misgender somebody, you go to jail.
Well, Canada's not on the list.
That's not free speech.
But how do you know?
Australia, same deal.
Not on the list.
England, I mean, they'll come knocking on your door if you tweet something that they don't like.
None of those countries are on the list.
Yeah.
I'm going to do some additional research on this because I'm pretty sure it's USA or nothing on that one.
Well, I mean, that's all the one that's really important.
That's right.
As the US
story
goes,
number
the rest
3
of the world needs to go.
That's true. All right, story number 3: Minnesota ICE update.
Ooh, I haven't really been hearing much
what's the
about
update?
Well, it's been kind of
dying down.
Yeah, dying down.
Yes.
Tom Homan announced that this morning, I think it was, that they're going to pull back, that they've accomplished their mission, and they're going to be pulling out of Minnesota. So, that's that.
They're pulling out of Minnesota?
Well, to a larger extent.
I thought they were getting support now from the state and local police, and they were turning over criminals.
That is the big thing, and I think he mentioned that. Now that they have some alignment with the mayor and the governor, they're going to start, getting calls from people that are convicted and stuff like that, released from jail. Whereas before they just release them, and it was a whole big thing. So yes, so they are going to do that. So starting to curtail a little bit, but I've got some information on ICE detainees. So CBS, and I'm going to credit Gutfeld for this last night, and I thought he had a pretty good story. It was his opening monologue, but CBS dropped a story about the stats when it comes to ICE detentions of illegal immigrants, and they reported that only 14% had violent crimes. and that 40% altogether had no crimes, and 60% had some kind of crime, but only 14% of those 60 had violent crimes. So they're trying to say, like, hey, first off, you got 40% of the people that got nothing. Well, of course,
other than being illegal.
Right,
yeah, that's what I was like.
But
in the name,
that's only in our country.
Oh,
that completely excludes anything that they did in their country of origin or anywhere they went.
They were being persecuted.
That's exactly
persecuted in those countries.
Yes,
that's why they had to leave them.
Yes. So they haven't killed or raped anybody here yet, but maybe they did in
or they weren't caught,
right?
Or they weren't caught, right?
Yeah,
right.
sure.
So it excludes that, right? Then all right, so for that 14% that had violent crimes, it's 400,000 people. 400,000 violent criminals that, that the left is out there saying, like, well, we shouldn't be going after these people. 400,000. Okay, that's another stat. So the 60%, or of that 60% that are categorized as non-violent criminals, let me just list off what some of those non-violent crimes are. Drug trafficking, human smuggling, fraud, WI, child pornography. All of those are classified as non-violent offenses. But I'm pretty sure
how is human trafficking
they're
non-violent? Are they not holding them at gunpoint?
I don't know, man.
Trafficking?
I don't know. Yeah, it's crazy. I think any sane American, if anybody was convicted of those crimes, would say, we don't want them in our country.
Yeah.
Especially if they're not citizens. I mean, if they're citizens, they go to jail. But
yeah, I mean,
sure.
Come on.
It's fine if you want to call them nonviolent crimes. That's fine. That's probably accurate. Maybe they weren't being violent, but they're still bad enough. We don't want them.
Right.
There's plenty of nonviolent crimes that are bad enough that we don't want you around.
Yeah, we already have enough of those ourselves.
Yeah. Right. So I thought that was crazy. Just because a chart labels child porn as non-violent, you're not reporting. You're just editing a spreadsheet at that point. That's
here's the other thing. Like, if a Wall Street banker, screws people, commits fraud and screws people out of $30 million, that's considered non-violent. He probably gets, sent to a white collar prison.
Right. Sure.
But in reality, that $30 million, who knows how that affects all those people that you take that from?
Well,
people could have committed suicide or
their
destroyed families.
Yeah. It's like that, to me, once you get above a certain dollar amount too, it's just as bad as a very violent crime. You don't know what the impact of that is. They shouldn't just be let off easy.
Well, and it has a trickle down effect too. I think that's the thing. You take money from this, and that money has less of that. Before you know it, you've got kids that can't eat.
I think we're too lenient on a lot of our laws.
Yeah, for sure.
We need to make the penalties more harsh.
Because start cutting off fingers.
Yeah, we want people to stop committing crimes, right?
I don't know.
Should be a deterrent.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good point, Greg. I don't think they do.
Yeah.
I don't think they want them to stop committing crimes. They want them to be the sentence to not be that long, so that if they commit a crime, they'll go in, do their time, get back out, and do it again.
They want to make just enough money in these private prisons.
That's exactly what it is.
A churn and burn. Our prison system is not great. Now if we were a third world prison, you just throw them in these prisons. It's chaos, right? We're not. I mean, we are a first world country. We are better than that.
We should send all of our inmates to Cuba.
Well, just turn it into the old Australia, right?
Yeah.
That's how Australia was founded, right?
That'd be great, right?
We'll just ship all of our criminals down to an island. Let them duke it out down there.
No matter the offense, if you're going to prison, you go to Cuba, you go to Guantanamo Bay. And
they should do some sort of
don't commit
what
crime.
was that movie? Death Race? Did you ever see that movie with Jason Statham?
I think so. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So they were all criminals, right? And had to race, and pretty much almost all of them died except for one. And they should just do something like that. That'd be pretty cool.
I think it's an old. Is it Sylvester Stallone or Mel Gibson?
It was Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson.
Yeah, wasn't it
Death Race 2000? Wasn't it?
Actually, no. Maybe that's not what I was thinking of. Wasn't there another one, Escape from L.A. or?
Yeah. That's Kurt Russell, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or he might be. There's also Escape from New York.
Yeah. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe it was
same premise.
I think so. I think they were like in a prison and they had to like race to get out of there. It was some kind of competition.
And this was probably older, probably.
Yeah, that one was back from like the 80s, I think.
What I want to see now is I want to see the new Running Man movie, even though I don't think it got great reviews.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the old one?
I always liked the old one. I loved when I was a kid. You know, I probably watched it too young. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah. And this one's a little bit different, where he's a, I don't know, it's like the opposite. He is a criminal, and they give him a way out. How did the old one work?
I think that's what it was.
Yeah. Well, this one is the old one, Arnold Schwarzenegger. It was a game show,
right?
You know, this one is they release him out to the world, and then these bounty hunters just, so he's just out there like, they're out there tracking him down.
Okay.
Whereas the old one was like a setup, kind of a gauntlet game show with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That reminded me of another newer movie that was similar type of thing, where it's like, he's like for one day. And if you get to get away from the people who were trying to hunt you down, like you
Purge?
get million. No, it's like it's really new, like end of last year.
There was one that I watched that was kind of similar. It was with the guy from New Guy. The main
Ryan
guy
Reynolds?
from not New Guy. New Girl.
The New Girl.
What is that? What
the show on NBC?
Was that the show with Emily Deschanel?
Yeah.
That show, New Girl. Yeah. The main guy from the guy that was in Let's Be Cops. Did you see that one?
See it. No.
Nah. Well, that's essentially what it was. Is he signed up for it, and he had 30 days to not get killed.
Okay.
And they could only kill him when he was alone.
Ooh.
So as long as he was with somebody, he couldn't get killed. And so he like tried his best to. Like he found this girl online, they started dating. It was ended up being kind of like a twisty rom-com, but he had to be around this person at all times. And the second that he wasn't, he had somebody trying to kill him.
New Girl?
Yeah.
No, that's not the
guy from New Girl.
What was the movie called? No, okay.
Gone.
That's what I think it's figure out.
It's on Amazon Prime, I'm pretty sure.
Did you ever see Gone Girl? That was pretty good.
That was with Ben Affleck?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a good one. I read the book too.
Is this the main guy, Jake Johnson?
Jake Johnson.
Is it not the main guy from New Girl? Which guy is it from? Max Greenfield?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know their name. It's not Schmidt.
We'll just apologize to the listeners right now for this.
Oh.
Moving on.
This is normal stuff.
Moving on.
All right. Okay. So number 4, government shutdown. This falls right in line with the last story. Because people are saying, like, all right, this was Trump trying to negotiate with the Democrats. Like, we'll pull out of Minnesota. And, because the deadline is tomorrow night at midnight. Another free. We were just talking about this like 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, they keep doing this. And the Democrats are doing it to hold us hostage.
Yeah. At what point is it enough? I mean, like, you can just do this anytime they want.
It's enough. I think the American people are sick.
Filibuster.
I'm sick of it. I'm tired of hearing about
passing weekly budget bills.
It's ridiculous. Imagine if you tried to do that at your job or even in your personal life.
Well, and how much are they getting paid to do this?
I don't know what an average senator makes.
They make like
probably
250,
300,000. One. That's not that much. It might be like 180, 200.
No, what's too much?
It's not as much as you think.
Yeah.
I mean, they
more
probably
than I
make
want to
more
pay
in the
them.
private sector. The reason that they do this job is because they get all the insider trading.
That's why they make their money.
That's why they do it. Yeah.
I just saw something on Facebook about that. It was about Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah.
It's like, how can these, here it is. Isn't it crazy how nobody in Congress can balance a budget, but they've all managed to somehow become multimillionaires? Huh. It's crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, it is weird. Like, if they were that good, you'd think that they could help out America.
When it's our money, doesn't matter. When it's their money,
I guess when you're stealing.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Sure. All right. That brings me to the Epstein files. This one's tough, though.
Dun, dun, dun.
The question is what? Like, here we are again. With still no prosecutions.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked this up. I had heard that Pam Bondi said something, and now I'm seeing that it's disputed that maybe she didn't say it, so I don't know.
What do you have? What did she say?
Well, what I saw was that she said that if she were to prosecute everybody in the Epstein files, the whole system would collapse.
Oh yeah, I heard that too.
I saw something about that.
I did a little bit of research and I saw some places saying like, no, she didn't say that. So I don't know if she actually said that or not. But
where did I just read
initially,
that? Hold on.
I heard that there were implications that, of course, there's current presidents, past presidents, current royal family, past royal family.
Here's a meme thing that I saw that somebody shared. It said, to be very clear, if bringing down the largest child abuse ring in history will collapse the world as we know it, then the world as we know it needs to collapse.
Yeah.
Which is probably pretty true.
Yeah, I don't know. And it's kind of what we may have said this a couple of weeks ago. I can't make heads or tails of what's real, what's not real, who is really involved, who's not involved. Yeah. You know, like Joe Rogan talked about it on his podcast the other day, and he was like, he's in the Epstein files, but he's in the Epstein files for refusing to talk to Epstein, you know? So it's like, he's not really in the, and so people could say like, oh, well, Joe Rogan's in the Epstein files.
Sure,
have you seen
1,000 people are in the Epstein files?
Sure, yeah, there's a bunch.
Right.
Have you seen this interview that Roseanne, well, I don't know if it was an interview, but it was with Roseanne and Tucker Carlson?
Yes, I did see it. I don't, you might have to refresh my memory a little bit.
Can I play it for you? Let's see if I can play it.
If you can figure that out.
Let me see if I can share my screen.
I was going to say audio or video.
Yeah, I was going to say, are we going to get audio or are we going to get this?
We'll see.
This could be a breakthrough in NFNP pod production.
Let's see. Here we go. Can you see it?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, now are we going to hear it? Can our listeners hear it?
Can you hear it?
That's a good question.
Babies, that is not bullshit. It's true.
So it's not just the dogs and the cats, not just the pets.
It's not just the dogs and the cats. They're full-on vampires. And everybody still thinks I'm crazy, but I'm not crazy. They're full-on vampires. They love the taste of human flesh and they drink human blood. They do it. They say you can't wake people up that are pretending to be asleep, but I pray to God, please wake up even those who are pretending to be asleep with the irrefutable truth of what the worst people on this planet are really up to. They are really up to that. They're doing it. There are so many victims.
You know, I don't know how much we can trust Roseanne Barr.
I don't know, man. I mean,
but there are a lot of people. That's the thing. You got all these people out there saying, you know, that they're eating babies and they're putting. Did you see the one video of somebody saying that they witnessed Hillary Clinton cutting off the face of a baby and then putting it on her own face?
Yeah.
Did you share that?
No.
I'm like, what? This kind of stuff cannot be happening.
That's pretty messed up there.
I don't know, man.
The worst.
I don't know. I wouldn't put it past them. I honestly wouldn't.
They do say that all of these people that, you know, get this powerful are a part of secret societies,
Illuminati,
cults, and Illuminati.
Are they Scientologists?
Those are like the least crazy of all.
Masons.
Maybe, or maybe we don't really know.
Right. I don't know. I kind of lean towards, I think they're all messed up. Like, I think they're doing it.
All
I
that
think
stuff.
they're eating babies?
I do. Honestly.
Where are these babies coming from? Where are the people? Where are their moms saying?
I think a lot of them are from other countries. I think they've been trafficking them from all over the world.
What was that one thing that somebody else shared about? Was it Hitler and the blood?
Which one was
that?
I
don't know. What was that?
I don't know, about 10,000 something's baby's blood or something like that. Somebody shared in the group chat.
I don't know.
No?
I've been sharing quite a bit.
Oh, no? Yeah, sure you have.
You know, but, and part of me thinks that's what I'm going to say. Like, it gets so fanatical that people just, you know, maybe this was part of their plan the whole time. Maybe they were just pedophiles, but they were like, let's write emails about eating babies and then nobody will believe the pedophile
Nobody
stuff.
does that. Nobody does that. Nobody writes
emails. A lie
emails
is
like
best
that.
hidden between two truths.
What's the lie?
I don't know. It's all a lie. It's all
this one right
it's
here.
either all a lie or all a truth. I don't know. But yeah, where are the arrests? I think that's the main question. If the U.S. government can't figure it out, or they're too corrupt to figure it out. But the thing is I relatively trust Trump.
I do.
Now I'm still pissed that the Democrats have jumped on this like it's the second coming when they, you know, this is not a news story. But for 12 years, they did nothing. And now they're latching onto it like vampires.
But why?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
Because
why?
they think Trump's in it. They think Trump's in the files.
Well, he is in it because everybody's in it. We just
But
said.
yet he's released more than anybody else has released.
Yeah, but the thing is, you're not thinking it from their point of view. They, when Elon Musk was there, we talked about this last week, I think, right?
Yeah.
And when he was in there, he was like, Trump is in the Epstein files, which is not untrue. And it looked like they were having a falling out. I think that was all planned. I think it was staged.
Yeah.
At the very time it was happening, I didn't think it was right. And if you look back now, it kind of makes sense because that was to spin everybody up on the left. What I think, spin everybody up on the left, start demanding the release of all these files, which is what they've done.
And then,
and it's
classic.
And he is
gotcha,
in them.
Gotcha,
and it's
bitch.
kind of a gotcha. Like, hey,
yeah,
you were the ones calling for this. It's been released. Hey, look, he is in it, but it looks like it vindicates him, right? That he was trying to actually he was working, I think, with the FBI. He was like an informant.
Yeah.
So he was actually in there, and that cleared him. And now they kind of have to accept that, but then also they're going to have to accept that is those files are real. There was things that are probably way above and beyond what people want to admit is actually occurring, especially in the United States, because it's not like it's just going to go away. If this comes out and they're doing seriously sadistic, evil shit like that, that's not going to we can just kind of, move on with the news cycle and move past this. There's so many people that aren't ready for that.
Yeah, right.
It's going to blow people's minds.
Well, we need the dam to break. That's what I was going to say. It's chipping away at it right now, little by little. You're starting to see some cracks, but until people start getting arrested or there's proof, irrefutable.
Right.
Proof.
How long has this been going on now already? 2 years? What?
Well, he died in like 19, right? 2019.
Or not die?
Yeah, we looked that up on the podcast once. Yeah, 2019.
Yeah, I also don't think he's
so
dead.
5-6 years. This has been going on. So by the time they fully come out with all the people, they'll be like dead already, or be gone, somewhere.
Well, I mean, you look at Bill Clinton. He can't.
What is he, like 80
How
something?
much longer does he have? Yeah, I don't know. Now he's supposed to testify. Hillary's supposed to testify on all of this. I mean, I'm sure
there's quite a few people
but
in other countries that have already, resigned from positions.
Sure, somebody resigned today.
Yeah.
I saw somebody resign today, like some CEO.
We
somewhere.
have yet to see the fallout from all this.
Yeah,
it's gonna be pretty crazy. I think it's coming. I think it's gonna happen within a couple months. It's got to happen.
Let's talk about eventually.
It will.
Yeah,
let's
another
talk
4
about
years.
I don't see what other move Trump has. He's not going to hold on to it. He's going to release it all. Why wouldn't he?
Well, but they pretty much have. It's just a bunch of redacted stuff.
No, I know, but I think a lot of it's going to become unredacted. Some of that stuff.
Why have it redacted in the first place?
I think just to keep stoking people to call out for more. I think it's a big game that they're playing.
So that he can use it whenever he needs a distraction. They just release more unredacted information.
I think it's kind of like baby steps because, we're talking about this right now, but 95% of the population probably is so unaware. Just like that video. Now, I did send that one where the guy's walking around the airport and screaming like, you guys are just acting normal. Nobody read what's in these Epstein files.
Right.
That's most of the country. Most of the world probably has no idea what's going on with that.
Well, but Trump himself said that it's time for the country to move on and let go of the Epstein files. He said that.
That's probably part of his plan. I really do.
He better have a master plan.
I do think that's all. I don't know what master plan he has for a lot of stuff, but in this regard, I do think that's the direction he's headed with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I certainly hope so. And I don't really see what other move there is. If you don't, you're just giving up. I mean, you're basically the last 2.5 years of your presidency is going to be nothing. And then what's going to happen? You're going to lose the midterms. You'll probably lose.
He was talking about that the other day.
there's no other play. Like, you have to do it. People aren't going to let it
That's
go.
a good point.
Been saying it for years now.
We shouldn't let it go.
And we
can't let this happen. Like, this can't be okay.
Yeah, I think I told you guys last year, I said, after Trump got in, I was calling for this stuff. And it said that if they don't release this stuff, nothing else that he does matters. It really is the number one priority, and it has to be. Because if it's as evil as we all, or at least as much as I think it is, if it's that bad, well, there is no getting around it. There's no putting it behind us. Like, accountability has to come.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see. All right. What about accountability for the NFL for this crappy halftime show and a crappy
the best
game?
one ever, supposedly.
Oh, it was terrible. It was terrible.
Did you understand any of it?
No, I didn't understand a single word, and I speak some Spanish.
Have you heard the when they remove all the auto tune and all the background?
Yeah,
like what he sounds like.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's terrible. I was like, is this real? I don't even know, man. Yeah.
I'm glad that they're finding him though.
Well,
really?
But I did some research on that too, and I couldn't confirm that they are finding him. And then I saw some conflicting information about the actual translation, that those were translations of songs that he didn't even sing. And I'm like, what is it? So I don't have the answer.
Did the internet did I fall for it?
Maybe. I don't know. I also saw that 7.7 million people tuned out at halftime.
Sure.
But then I also read somewhere else that those facts were
I heard 5 million, I heard 6 something, I heard 10. So, I mean, it doesn't matter. Say 8, whatever, just an average.
Yeah, I heard that like 5 to 8 went to watch the Turning Point USA
6.1 million people. I think that one topped out at 6.1 million people. And I turned that one on my phone.
It was pretty good.
And then, it was all right. I
mean, you got to be in the
really
country
care
a
about
little bit.
any of it. Right. Yeah.
I like Kid Rock.
I like Kid Rock too.
It's all right. I didn't see Jelly Roll. I guess I missed that part. I think he was maybe towards the beginning more, because this was the whole time. It wasn't on just during halftime.
Oh, it wasn't? Okay.
It was on, I think, the whole time almost.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I saw Kid Rock singing, but I've been a big fan.
Do you know who's behind the halftime show?
Yeah, Jay-Z.
Yeah. Since 2019, he's got like a contract where he basically, does all the, whatever you want to call it, hiring or figuring out who's going on where, who's going to be on. So basically, he's kind of behind it, really.
Is he the one picking the artists, or is the NFL picking the artists?
No, he sets it all up.
Because that's the thing. The NFL wants universal appeal for the sport, but they keep stepping into these culture fights for these halftime shows.
Right.
Who was it last year? Last year was
Lady Gaga?
No.
Some rappers. Wasn't it some rappers?
It's
always rappers.
Kanye.
Was it Kanye?
No.
It wasn't? Oh, that had been a couple
Drake.
years ago.
Was it Drake?
Ooh,
I
don't know, but it was also terrible. Also Kendrick Lamar, who hates Drake. That's what it was. He was dissing Drake. I'm like, the majority of this country doesn't even know what you're talking about, dude.
No. Yeah.
Like,
what do you think the average person who really is into the NFL is? The median age?
I bet 30s, 20s.
30s?
I would probably
I'm
say
thinking a little bit older.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe like our age.
I'm thinking like 40ish at least.
Yeah,
maybe.
Probably the median.
I mean, you think 25-year-old kids are really into NFL as much as like maybe you may have been when you were 25 even?
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
They're more into soccer. They're more into soccer.
They're into like playing video games or something on their phone. Who knows?
Let's see.
If that's the case,
sports betting.
Yeah, maybe. So if that's the case, though, then why don't they like target their audience, not audience for 25-year-olds?
Right. Yeah. Well, you're trying to grow your audience, which I understand to an extent.
Sure.
So you do want to appeal to different markets and stuff like that. Now, I'm not saying that you can't have diversity in these shows, but when there's not a single white person for 2 years,
I don't think there's.
You start wondering, like,
I don't think
there's the whole thing is in a different language.
Performer. The lead performer hasn't been a white person since before Jay-Z. I know that. I saw that. Not that that's the criteria you should use.
Yeah.
But
Shakira and J-Lo,
kind of doesn't make
they did
sense
it a couple years ago.
because a lot of the biggest performers in the world are white. But
well, yeah. When was the last time they had a country?
Well, yeah. Why isn't Taylor Swift Did she not do it?
Well, she doesn't need to do it. So supposedly you don't get paid.
Nobody needs to do it.
Well, you do it to increase your
sales
exposure,
or something.
your brand,
Sure.
Which I think
Taylor
they said
Swift doesn't
Bunny
need to do that.
Yeah.
But okay,
I'm sure
so,
he did.
Yeah.
I'm sure he did do that.
Well, maybe. But if they don't get paid, let's just say now, I'm sure Jay-Z gets paid, so he doesn't pay them, or they don't get paid directly.
They don't get paid?
I don't know. I don't think so.
That's what I heard too.
I've never.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Surprising. NFL's so
It's an
cheap.
honor.
They're such cheap bastards.
I don't see. I agree. They make so much money. I don't see how they can't not pay them.
Yeah, something.
There's another word you should
right.
call them.
Yeah, lots of words.
What about the news that broke yesterday? James Vanderbeek passing away.
Too bad.
This one kind of sucks,
Dawson.
man.
He was fighting it for a couple of years.
Yeah, like at least 2 years. I've never seen a single episode of Dawson's Creek.
No, I don't
Really?
think so.
No, not a single one. We may have
He
even
was
been a little
Blues.
too young. Varsity Blues was great. I still if it's on TV, I'll still watch it.
Did you see?
He was in How I Met Your Mother for some episodes, recurring character.
I just saw on X there was the Varsity Blues, the quarterback. I think it was the two quarterbacks and Billy Bob, right? So it was James Vanderbeek, Billy Bob, and then who was the other guy? Paul Walker. Yeah.
Yeah, Paul Walker.
And all three of them are dead.
All dead. Yeah. Billy Bob, he was in Not Another Teen Movie also. They were like, we're just going to cast the same guy.
Same guy. Same character.
Right.
Yeah.
Just do it again.
What did he die from? I mean, he had to have been something to do with weight related.
I think he lost a bunch of weight, didn't he?
Really?
That wasn't him. I think that was a different guy, wasn't it?
Tuna.
Yeah,
from,
that's what you're thinking of.
I know he did, but I thought Billy Bob
he lost
did too,
a lot
actually.
of weight. Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Well, I feel.
Yeah, I know Tuna's
I feel
lost
bad
a bunch.
for. Yeah. Oh yeah. I feel bad for James Vanderbeek, obviously, and his family.
He had 6 kids.
Six kids. His youngest was 3. He's only 48 years old. So to get colon cancer at 46, you're not even really screening for it yet, assuming that you don't have a history of it.
Right.
In your family.
45-ish, right?
If you have a history of it in your family, I think.
Maybe. I was like, what?
He did lose a bunch.
Yeah,
he did too.
You're right.
Okay.
So how did he die?
God, that's a good question.
Ozempic.
Probably.
Well, I think it was before that.
It was probably COVID.
Let's see. He died of liver and kidney failure.
Well, so
at 45. Wow, he was young.
45. Yeah.
I mean, James Vanderbeek was young too. He's 47.
48.
48.
And Paul Walker, he was
something
like in his 30s.
Well,
he died of a car accident.
Right. Yeah.
Now, a stupid one, but a car accident nonetheless. All right. So then the other thing though with James Vanderbeek, and we'll move on because we are taking the slow boat to China here. They've already raised over $1.5 million for the family on GoFundMe. And now obviously nobody knows their specific financial situation. They're saying that, obviously his medical bills cut into a lot of whatever money they had.
Sure.
But he is a famous person, a famous actor.
You would certainly think he was probably well off. Yeah.
You would think so.
Hope so.
And then here you're getting $1.5 million of charity. So it's sparking a little bit of a debate online. I'm not saying that it's not okay. If people want to donate, they can donate, and they're taking advantage certainly of the stature of the story and who he was. And
according to Google, net worth says $3 million. Not really that crazy.
No, it's not.
No.
I mean, for 6 kids.
Yeah, you're right. 6 kids.
That'll
and they're trying not to lose their
quick.
house. They want them to continue going to the same school. And I understand all that too. Like, you don't want them to run out of money. Now you got to send them to public school and change their whole, and I'm nothing against public school.
Sure.
But change their whole friend
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Right.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming he probably has life insurance also.
You would think so.
Yeah.
You would hope so.
How much is that? I mean,
well, you would hope good life insurance,
million? I don't know.
Usually you make more depending on the life insurance you have. You make more if you die young.
Yeah, you're well off if you do that.
Yeah.
You're not, but yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
All right.
I don't think anybody should judge other people on how they want to donate their money, to charity.
Sure, exactly.
Like
well, I read something that Bill Gates donated like maybe it was Steven Spielberg donated $25,000 to James
Great.
Week. I don't know if that's true or not. I just read it.
That's
Great, right?
Fine.
Yeah, sure.
He's got plenty of money. He should donate that.
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that.
I think the main argument was the fact that they're even out there asking for it.
Are they?
Well, did they start it though? Or did somebody else start it for them?
They set it up. They set
okay. Gotcha. Yeah. Well, because they knew people were going to give it to them. So, I mean, yeah, why not?
Sure.
I guess.
Right.
I mean, it's not like they're like, on national news, like, making something about it. Like, oh, yeah, we have a GoFundMe.
Right.
I don't know.
Well, if you, if
what was the goal? What was the goal?
You're irregular, the goal was originally it was 500,000, and then I think they bumped it up to 1.5 million.
Did it say what it was for? Like just for the family?
Yeah, that's what they said. They said that they don't want to lose the house. They want to make sure their kids are in a stable environment. They need to pay off medical bills.
I think it was for jet skis. They said.
Jet skis. Yeah.
Well, too soon, Greg. Too soon.
No.
What I was going to say is, if you're irregular, you might want to go get colonoscopy.
If you're irregular, I was like, "What are we talking about here?"
Well, because did you hear? I guess he was having issues, and he was just like, "Oh, I'm probably just drinking too much coffee." So then he cut out coffee, and he still had the issues. And he was like, "Oh, I better go."
He was going too much or too little.
I don't know.
Because coffee usually makes you go. Like
I know. Yeah.
But
I'm not.
I wouldn't think if you were going too much, that would be a problem.
He didn't go into those specifics. I don't know those specifics, but he clearly noticed something, and he wrote it off. And
we all write off stuff all the time. I mean,
that's
I'm
the
sure.
thing. We all absolutely we do. So
we shouldn't always
human nature.
Yeah.
Do you think Kurt Cobain wrote off shotguns?
I think Kurt Cobain was murdered.
Do you?
Yeah.
So that's that's the news story.
Another interesting conspiracy story that's popped.
Who was looking into this still though?
So you know what? I had that information, and I could probably still find it, but I decided not to include it on my notes because it was a little too much. But there's basically this independent group that they are of stature, I guess. Like they have the degrees. It's not just random conspiracy people,
right?
So these are
like forensic
people
type,
right?
I guess
investigator type people,
private investigator type people that looked into this. And I have the information that they found. So I thought about doing this for the main story because I think there is enough here.
I actually
and we're
watched
not have enough time
a documentary on this not very long ago.
On the conspiracy itself, or just
on there was a private investigator who was going through all this, and he's like, "Yeah, I don't see it as a definitive suicide."
Well, the argument here is that they think somebody incapacitated Cobain with heroin first,
right.
and possibly that he died from a heroin overdose before he was ever shot. So they did the autopsy, and I guess the autopsy shows organ damage related to oxygen deprivation that is similar to what you would see from a heroin overdose.
How can you shoot yourself with a shotgun if you're ODing?
If you're already dead or OD, exactly. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. They also say that the crime
here's another
scene,
question. If you have heroin and you want to kill yourself, why not just take a whole bunch?
Right. You don't need the shotgun.
You don't need the shotgun.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. Now maybe if you do just the right amount, that it gets you in the wrong state of mind. But I don't think that's the way heroin works. Actually, normally it's. I don't know. Okay. They say that the crime scene was too clean. That the area around the body was eerily clean. That his hands,
except for all the blood,
gripping around the shotgun barrel, but had no blood splatter around his blood spatter around his hands as they gripped the gun.
Yeah, okay.
This would be inconsistent with shotgun suicides, which we already know are rare. Shotgun suicides, I think, in and of themselves are rare.
Think about it.
It's hard.
If you were to do that, are your hands staying on that? Probably not. Like, how are you holding that to where your hands are going to still be gripping the gun?
Maybe your foot. You use your toe.
They said
that the heroin kit was too neatly arranged They argue it's implausible that somebody that with extremely high heroin levels would be able to carefully package and arrange their heroin care package.
He wasn't like a careless user, he was like an everyday type user guy. So
yeah. Right, exactly. There was a receipt for shotgun
but
bullets
actually, I think
in his pocket.
I think I remember I thought it was in the documentary that I watched that he was giving up heroin at that time.
I think
too.
so. Yeah,
so
I think so. Because I think he had another OD experience when he was over in Europe touring. They thought that he died then,
right?
And he didn't.
And I think he kind of came to Jesus almost because he has a daughter, and he was like, "I'm not going to do this anymore."
Right.
So I think that's
easy to say, but
well, and that's what in that documentary they talked about that. They think he was drugged,
So the receipt for the bullets in his pocket, they were like a little too convenient. That's what they're saying. So no, obviously circumstantial, but they're like, come on, like
this looks like
staging.
Yeah,
it looks like staging. The suicide note, the handwriting is disputed. It reads like quitting the band at the top, and that the last lines look different in handwriting size, implying possible tampering.
I think I remember telling Nate Dogg back in grade school that I thought he was murdered.
Yeah,
maybe maybe the note was like the quitting the band part. Maybe that was like a random piece of paper that he found to write the rest of it on at a different time.
Did you just watch that show on Netflix? The one with the girl from Homeland.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank on the name. Than that.
It was really good. It's a limited series. It's the guy from The Americans and the gal from Homeland. And I may have
never seen The Americans. Is that any good?
Oh, it's so good. I'm pretty sure we talked about this already.
So is it Matthew Rise? Is that
Matthew Rise? Yep.
And you're looking for what show it was? The Beast in Me?
The Beast in Me. Yeah. And I don't want to give away too much because it was great. It's a one and done, like 7 episodes kind of a thing. But the suicide note, it turns out that maybe it was written at another time, that it wasn't, that he found an opportunity. So did Kurt Cobain write this, I'm quitting the band, and they were like, we could turn this into a suicide note. Yeah, most of the stuff is already written there. It reads already like a suicide note. We just need to add a little bit more to it.
Did I send you that video of the trailer park guy that was in the punk rock band? Did you guys see that?
Yeah, I don't know.
This sounds familiar, but you send again like so much stuff that I don't really watch all of it all the time.
So it was I think he was like a low, small time punk rock drummer or guitarist or whatever.
Was this the guy that they were interviewing?
The guy he was interviewing, he was like in a trailer park,
Yeah.
Because he was like, washed up, alcoholic, whatever. But said that Courtney Love had come and talked to him about killing Kurt Cobain.
Yeah.
And that he was like,
and he said he thought that he was like she was maybe kidding, kind of.
And he's like, I didn't think she was serious. And he claimed that she told her, or she told him that how she wanted it done too, with shotgun and everything.
Yeah.
Who knows? And then that guy randomly got hit by a train.
Yeah, that's what it said too. Was it like a week later or something like that? Or?
It's like right after that.
Well, that's going to be kind of hard to plan that he gets hit by a train, though. Somebody push him? But I mean,
you have to, right? Park a car on the track.
Well, to put this one to bed, the Seattle PD, they still have this as a suicide. That's their claim. So they're like, case closed. The internet, on the other hand, they're like, hold my flannel.
Hey, you know what else? There's
that was bad, wasn't it?
Hold your flannel.
Hold my flannel.
What does that mean?
Because it's a grunge band. And they were all wore flannel. Yeah, come on.
Although everybody wears
instead
flannel.
Instead of like hold my beer, it's hold my flannel.
It's so bad when you have to explain the jokes.
I got it, but.
Oh, yeah.
Courtney Love has a bunch of connections to the Epstein files, too, though.
Oh,
yes, she does.
Oh, connection here. Connection.
So it's all connected.
All right, last 2 things, and we got to go quick here if we want to talk about anything else. Voter ID
talked about everything by then.
I haven't even gotten to local in the loo or the wheel. We've just been, this is the problem with these kinds. this is the problem with this kind of 10 top, is it's a bunch of different stories and we get wrapped up in them.
We'll get back into our
probably
deep dives next week.
I thought those were it, the top 10, and then was it, but no. Okay. All right, go ahead.
No. This is still just the deep. This is the deep dive. The deep dive is a weekly roundup, right?
I feel like this past week there has been so much going on, though. You kind of need to do it.
Yeah,
like you need to touch on everything.
And that's true. That's true. And so the next thing, this voter ID debate. So the House passed the Save America Act last night that would implement voter ID laws before the next election. Now I don't know that this is going to be able to pass the Senate, but I still don't get the problem. Why not? Why can't we have voter ID? It doesn't make sense. And you know what the Democrats are claiming? They claim the normal stuff.
Well, black people, something like that.
Black people don't have IDs. That's absurd.
Too dumb to figure it out.
I thought that the state was issuing IDs for like free almost anybody.
It's ridiculous. Of course, yeah. You don't have to. It doesn't have to be a driver's license. You don't even.
Democrats' argument is that black people are too dumb to figure out how to get a driver's license.
Yes. Well, you know what? And there's
they
people that go
understand why that's like racist or wrong.
Racist.
Well, exactly. They are the biggest hypocrites. So
right. There's a famous video of a guy in New York City just going around to black people, asking them if they have ID, and they're all like, yeah. And they're like, well, the Democrats think that you can't get an ID to vote, and they're like, that's crazy, And then they're like, do you know where the local DMV is? And they're like, yeah, it's on 3rd Street, right around the corner.
I have a phone.
They know all this stuff, right? Yeah.
Obama gave me one.
Right. So it is crazy. But now the new thing is they're saying married women wouldn't be able to vote. Because their last names change.
I was like, what? I was like, how long ago did they get married? Like just recently? Just show some other proof then. This guy excuses. It's all it is.
Wait a
Scott
second.
Jennings.
Their argument was that their last name changed? Like you get a new ID when you do that.
Well, sure.
You don't have to get a new ID though, right when you get married instantly.
Right.
Well, do you think update the voter roll that quickly?
Exactly. They're also saying that people need passports and birth certificates. I'm like, I don't think so.
You need a passport to get a driver's license?
No, to vote.
Well, you sometimes you might need a passport to get the new
a proof of ID.
Yeah,
the real ID.
It works as a government issued. You bring it, the real ID. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
I don't think they have a passport though if they can't afford to buy a license. I mean, they're not going out of the country,
Right. Well, I don't know. We'll see what happens here.
Yeah.
But this whole thing, the Democrats need to let this one go. 80% of Americans believe in voter ID.
Yeah, it needs
at
to
this
happen.
point, the only reason that they don't want voter ID is so that they can explicitly cheat. A surprise, right?
That doesn't sound like them.
That's absurd. How dare you even bring that up?
Hold my flannel.
All right, last thing, and this is going to be a quick one. Mainly because you got to be careful. This will get you canceled real quick.
I can't wait. Let's hear it.
the Canadian shooting. There was a mass shooter.
Another trans.
Oh, I didn't hear about it.
Yes. He I don't know.
FTM.
I wish I knew.
FTM.
I honestly don't know.
MTM.
Well, you can't misgender them though in Canada. So
they identify as transgender and
That's
had
not
clear mental
she.
health issues.
Did they say on their voter ID what they identified as?
You know what? And the Canadian police are respecting the shooter's pronouns.
Dude, that's ridiculous.
I hate it when they do that stuff.
Did I send you the video of that kid?
Well, he's dead. I think he killed himself.
All right.
Did I send you
police.
I don't see the video. Did you see the video of that kid though?
Of him screaming and
dude, messed up.
Yeah,
kid was messed up.
So what was this today? When was this? I didn't see it.
It's yesterday, I think, right?
Yesterday that it happened, or
I think so.
How many people?
2 nights ago. 10 people, I think, or not under 10 people, including his family. So he killed his parents, I think. I'm assuming
so this was
first.
Where at? Like at home? I mean, not.
Well, he killed his parents at home and then went to school and
school. And then went somewhere else. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Was it?
In theory, it could have been vice versa.
It had to have been an AR-15 he used, right?
I don't have that.
18-year-old Jesse Van Rootseller.
Fruit seller.
Fruit seller.
Is that for real?
So this says that the video is not of the shooter. That video that was circulating.
Really?
The readers added context to that video, it said.
Well, all right. Well, and if that's the case, good.
But
and that's part of the, the good reasons
here
that you
is
do that.
a video.
I don't think it was root seller.
It's what it says.
Oh, when I Googled it, the first thing that came up was Jesse Root Rant, but that was actually somebody else.
I'm trying to get to this picture. There we go. You got to see this. Holy crap!
Got to see this.
Is this the unsubstantiated video now, or is this the actual picture of the?
That's it right there.
That is scary. It says 8 killed there. I don't know if there's more, but still, at least 10. It says over there.
I thought I heard at least 9.
It says on the side right there, at least 10.
All right. Well, maybe it was updated. Maybe 2 people died in the hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There it is. Root seller. Yeah.
Yeah. Not great. And Canada sells itself, as this pro gun violence, post gun violence, that it's kind of like Australia, right? We don't have these kinds of things.
Yeah.
This doesn't happen in Canada. Well, it's going to start happening more because, and I don't want to get canceled, but fact of the matter is the majority of school shooters lately are transgender.
Yeah. What is it? Like 70% or something, right?
I don't know.
I think it was like a lot.
Somebody did the actual stats, like, per capita, only it's per million, right? So it was like 0.8 per million. It ends up transgender school shooter, and like white male was like 0.4, and then the only one somebody share this in the chat? I don't know. They had black males and they had women. I don't know where. I can't.
But you know what the other interesting thing is that about all these transgender shooters, they're all actually white males.
well,
I mean, really,
that was clearly a white male.
Right.
That wasn't white, right?
That is interesting, though.
Yeah, that is true.
It's never an African American, transgender. It's never a woman transgender. I mean,
that's another good question. How many African American transgender people are there? I mean, I'm sure they exist. Don't get me wrong, but it's got to be way less.
I don't know if there's really fully a stat on some of this stuff because I don't think that they do a survey on transgender identification.
Listen to this. I don't know. Listen to the BS propaganda that Grok is spitting out right now. I said, how many trans have been school shooters? And it says, the number of confirmed transgender individuals who have carried out school shootings in the U.S. is very low, typically cited as 1 to 2 in reliable databases. When focusing on significant incidents, that is a bold-faced lie.
One to two.
The last 2 in the last 6 months.
The last 6, I think. Well, that's what's so funny is they keep covering this stuff up. Like they won't release the manifestos when it's a transgender person. They won't let anybody see them. But when it's a white kid that wants to kill Jews, then they release it. So,
well, that's much more important, isn't it? Anti-Semitism is the biggest problem in America.
Well, it's up there. It's up there. All right, local in the loot.
Let's not get canceled.
That's right. Before we even get to be popular, you gotta. If you're gonna get canceled, you gotta make enough money from being popular that you can afford to be canceled.
We'll just start a new podcast that have day
jobs.
First, you get the money, then you get canceled.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Local in the Lou, and I'm gonna do the shout out. I wore my shirt
till the day I die.
Yeah, is it backwards for you guys? I never know.
No, actually, it's not.
It's normal for you. So they mirror my screen or whatever. Yeah, until the day I die. So I got my Story of the Year shirt on. Their album release drop is this Friday, February 13th. They got their new album Arson, which I have already pre-ordered. It's set to be delivered. Looking forward to that. They got 2 singles. They have Gasoline and they have Disconnected. I like both of them. Gasoline's a little bit harder. Disconnected's a little bit better. They play them both on the point.
Okay.
But yeah, Disconnected is definitely better. So go give it a listen.
I don't know if I have listened to that one yet.
I mean, they're both brand new.
Okay.
I think Gasoline was their first single off this album. And it reached top charts on like the heavy metal. Even though you consider them kind of, I don't know.
I was
what
gonna
do you
say
consider
heavy
it?
metal,
emo
Yeah.
punk.
I don't know,
emo
or
punk.
alternative something of some sort.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
yeah.
It's hard.
Right. But this Gasoline song is heavy, right?
It's a little heavier.
Heavy duty.
It's definitely, yeah. It's heavy duty. So my guess is they're gonna open with that song. So we got the.
You're going to watch
They're doing
them?
I'm going on Saturday. Yes,
Saturday.
going on Saturday.
Where are they
I was
playing?
trying to count. They're playing at the pageant.
Okay.
So they're doing the album signing and release party at Vintage Vinyl tomorrow. And then Saturday night, they're playing at the pageant. So Caroline and I have tickets. That's our Valentine's Day, which is right up my alley. It's perfect.
It's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Well, so my thought process right off the bat was like, okay, they're playing on Valentine's Day. I'm going to get a room at the Moonrise. Not only did Caroline and I meet there, we had our rehearsal dinner there. We got engaged there. It's like a place for us.
You basically live there.
Basically,
Yeah.
right? So I was like, oh, I'll go get a room. So I went and I looked it up. Well, they had a 2-night minimum because it's Valentine's Day weekend.
Sure.
So I get it. So I booked 2 nights. I was just like, screw it. Why not? So we got tomorrow night, we got Saturday night. And the nice thing is it's right next to the pageant. You could just stumble out, which is what we'll do. we will
stumble home.
Yes, we will be pretty toasted. But we could just walk right on over to the Moonrise. We get a free place to park.
That's
you don't have to
cool.
worry about you don't have to worry about that. Now, when I go there and I'm not staying there, I'll still go to the Moonrise. And I took this move from Justin. I just dropped $40. I just tell the valet, like, hey, will you park me right up front? Here's $40. And they'll do it for you, even though they don't have any available spots. But when you're staying there, you get the valet included. You got a tip or whatever,
Sure.
But it's still well worth it down in the Loop. So we'll do that. We'll do the show. We're basically going to do a little staycation weekend. So we got the in-laws watching the kids. We got our Valentine's Day dinner tomorrow night. At some place, the Ivy Club or I don't know. It looks good.
Sounds highfalutin.
Then we're going to Flight Bar, High Flight. I don't know. It's a new like dart bar.
Oh, cool.
So think it's like high end like Top Golf, but for darts.
But you got to bring your own darts, like in your own.
You don't have to bring your own darts.
Yeah.
No,
you don't. If you don't, if you don't carry in your own,
they're gonna know you're a rookie.
Yeah. I mean, he's not playing in a tournament or something.
As long as I buy enough fancy cocktails,
yeah, right, exactly.
I'm sure they don't care.
You can use our darts, sir. Here you go.
Yeah,
rentals.
Yeah. So we're doing that. Then Saturday morning, we'll pick up the kids to get them out of my in-laws' hair, and we'll go do some stuff down in the area. I don't know, and then we'll drop them off at nap time, and then we'll have the rest of the afternoon to go do some stuff in the Loop. Then go have dinner, and then go to the concert. So it'll be a fun weekend. I'm looking forward to it. I was trying to count how many times I've seen Story, and I'm thinking somewhere between 12 and 14. I've lost track.
That's a lot.
Moyer, you've gone with me at least twice.
No, not that many actually. Maybe twice. I don't know.
Well, I know of 2 for sure.
Okay. Then maybe
might
just be
one
2.
time it was just me, you, Jane, and Caroline. And then another time we went for my birthday with Lucas as well.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
So I was like, I know those 2, and you missed the first one, which is the night that I met Caroline. And then Duds, I took you when they were playing that small
down
venue.
in the hill,
I don't
right?
even remember what it was.
I think it was down on the hill, right?
Not the hill.
It was close.
Maybe it was the hill. Yeah. Or maybe the hill. It was like small. It was small.
It was either that or it was over like in Bevo Mill area or something, right? It was
something like that. Yeah.
It was
I
a
remember.
small
It was
venue.
a small
And it had
venue.
like a right next door. It had like one of those self-serve
gas station bar.
Yeah, like a self-serve type bar.
Yeah, everything was just coolers, and you went, you opened up, you grabbed your beer, you sat down. We were
the oldest people there.
I don't know. We were definitely not the oldest people there, but we were drunk by the time that we were pounding them, man. Like it was pretty heavy.
When was that? That was what, 8 years ago?
Time ago.
8, 9 years ago.
I mean, I think you had just moved back to St. Louis.
Yeah, 10 years ago.
So whenever you just moved back to St. Louis,
that would have been 2016.
Yeah. Yeah, and I didn't realize that you didn't even know who they were because I
knew who they were.
Yeah, just didn't really know their stuff.
I just never was a fan. Like, I knew a couple songs, and this just wasn't ever my jam, you know.
Yeah.
It's a little too emo-y for me.
Right.
You know.
Right. Yep.
Well, now they're more rock.
Now they're harder. So
yeah,
who knows?
I still love them. Their new albums are awesome. So we'll see.
You're probably their number one fan.
I wouldn't go that far, but we saw him when we were in New York City a couple years ago. That was the last time I saw him, I think.
Dude, so remember my buddy Doug?
Yeah,
he's seen Fish over 100 times.
Yeah, I know. It's
he's seen the band Widespread Panic.
Yeah,
you ever heard of them?
Yeah,
he's seen them 200 times or 300.
They're like
times.
A jam band, probably kind of like Fish.
Yeah, he claims that no two concerts have ever been the same.
But then again, he probably doesn't even remember.
Yeah, he probably doesn't. It's too high.
Yeah. Now I cannot say that about Story of the Year. Almost every concert is the same. I can predict it. I know exactly how it's going to go.
I would think that after a couple, dozen times, you'd kind of get a little.
They'll play a couple of different songs. They're going to play some new songs, but it usually starts the same. Then they do their 2 slow songs back to back. Then they end with a mashup. Sometimes some covers.
Until the day I die.
Finish with Until the Day I Die.
Yeah.
It's always the last one.
So that. Yep.
So he wishes they would not do that one necessarily last every time.
Well, I met him a couple of years ago. I went with Justin and his girlfriend at the time and Caroline, and we went to the Moonrise afterwards, and they came up for the after party, and I was trashed. And Justin's girlfriend kept ordering shots, but then she wouldn't drink them. She kept giving them to me and Justin. So we kept taking these shots. And so I start talking to the band, and
I said something to him.
I failed. So if I ever meet him again, I got to redeem myself.
What would you say? What happened to me? What do you mean?
Bad. Well, the drummer signed my shirt. It might be this one. I don't know. No, maybe it's another one. But he signed my shirt.
Did you wash it?
Dan, no. No, not this shirt.
Never washed it.
Never washed it. Dan. So then Dan came up. He's the lead singer. And
you're on a first name basis now.
Yes, for sure. I got on him because he didn't have a pen. I'm like, what do you mean you don't have a pen? I want you to sign my shirt. Your bandmate signed my shirt. Dan. You won't sign my shirt. So I gave him a really hard time about how he didn't come prepared.
I think you should provide the pen if you want them to sign it. I don't know. I mean, the other guys had their own pen, but they wouldn't let him use it.
Meeting there, yeah. Trashing him for not having a pen to sign your shirt.
It was bad. I'm sure he was like, yeah, Dan, if you're listening, I'm gonna make it up to you tomorrow night.
He's gonna bring you a whole case of pens
at the Moonrise.
Dan, do you remember me, Dan?
Well, then I ran into the guitarist. Ran into the lead guitarist, and I got on them about their set selection. I told them they needed to start playing a bunch of new songs.
Who are
because
you?
It was an album.
You George Costanza? You backstage telling them how to run their run their concert?
Yeah,
come on,
totally. Yeah, I was like, it was an album release show. I wanted to hear new songs. You played one new song. He was like, well, you got to ease them into it.
Who let this guy back here?
All they did was play Page Avenue. I was like, I get it. We all know and love those songs. But
yeah.
All right. Well, sticking along the same lines, and I didn't have this on my list, but Moon, who used to be in Story of the Year and got kicked out, but also Greek Fire, Goldfinger, and I didn't know this. Goldfinger produced the first Story of the Year album, Page Avenue. The Goldfinger
are these people?
Which is interesting.
What are these? You're saying
Goldfinger's the band. You know the band.
Yeah, you know a song.
99 Red Balloons. They got a couple.
Superman something.
So Moon is in the band now. He wasn't, but now he's in the band. And
who Moon is, right? He's from The Point,
And The Point.
Yes. No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's on the Rizzuto show. Right. He's in Greek Fire, Teenage Dirtbags, Goldfinger.
Oh, he just bought Goldfinger also?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. He just bought Pinup Bull right there in the loop, right next to the pageant. So, because I was thinking about it, I was like, oh, maybe we go there, but then now I heard that he bought the.
Were these West County boys? Where'd they go to high school at?
One of them went to Lindbergh, didn't they? Well, I don't know.
Well, Moon went to Lindbergh.
Okay.
Yeah, he went to Lindbergh. The rest of them, I think, went to Pattonville, maybe.
Pattonville. Okay.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're up in that area because I think that's where Jane went.
And how old is Moon?
44.
Okay, I was thinking right around
He's
something
like
that.
just a year or two older than us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to Moon. Sorry, I didn't know who you were.
Moon. That's right. Philip Sneed is his real name, which is why he changed it to Moon Valjean, because he hated his name. Yeah, Moon Valjean. He hated Philip Sneed.
Well, Moon Valjean is very like
rocker.
Yeah,
right?
it's very unique. You're going to be remembered.
Yep. All right, sticking with the music theme and still for local in the loose. St. Louis City, they unveiled their new jersey. I don't know if you guys saw this.
Is it a rainbow?
No, but it's a close second. It's gold, and it's their Tina Turner kit.
Okay.
They try to make it gay?
Interesting.
Like, what's the deal?
Why Tina Turner?
I don't know. So Tina Turner does nothing, but she does have some St. Louis roots.
Okay.
So she went to high school in St. Louis.
Did she really?
And she got her start in St. Louis, East St. Louis clubs.
Okay.
That's where she got her start. So I didn't realize that either. And she's in the St. Louis Walk of Fame, also down in the Loop. So I got a whole loop.
And why is it gold? Why is she gold? Like, what's?
I don't know. Gold records. She used to wear those gold dresses.
She's not alive,
so maybe it has something to do with that. No,
she
died.
Right.
She's no longer alive. Yeah. So I don't know. The tagline is "Simply the Best," which is one of her songs. But St. Louis City has been bad, terrible, actually, for the last 2 years. Usually, gold jerseys are reserved for winning teams.
Mm.
Well, maybe they're just,
they're getting
inspiring, anticipating.
Yeah,
they're thinking ahead.
They're getting torn apart though. It came in as the number 28 jersey out of 32 teams. So people are not liking this jersey.
I'm gonna have to
and
look
you know
this
what?
up.
Like, okay,
yeah,
look it up. I'm okay. Yeah, Dud's look it up, and then you can share your screen. I should have prepared.
Those look pretty slick. I might have to get one of those.
You like them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, non-soccer fans are gonna like them, and regular soccer fans are gonna be like, "This is terrible."
I think it looks pretty cool.
It does look better than the initial Hernilla's.
I had it, but yeah.
Dud has got it. Yeah, they do look better than the leaks. There was these leaked versions, and people were like, "Oh, it does look better than the leak." Yep. But
I mean, it actually looks like it's gold.
Yeah. Well,
that looks like a Champions jersey right there.
Well, then we better freaking show up. We better deliver. The thing is we're only in our 4th year.
I'm just glad it's not pink anymore.
Well, sure, right, and I get that.
I was never a fan of that.
Well, we still no, and that's our away jersey. We still have the city red, as it's called.
Oh,
red.
Right? That's too bad. So we'll never even see that.
Basically,
yeah. On TV.
I'm gonna call it magenta. I don't know for sure,
but see, that's the thing. We have 4 colors, right? We have 4 colors. We have
blue.
The city red as our primary color, navy blue is our secondary color, bright yellow is our tertiary color, and then the arch gray or silver as our.
Yeah, what's the 4th one? What's that?
I don't know. Quad color. I don't know. Right.
Fiduciary.
Fiduciary. Yeah. So that's our. So the people are like, "What happened to the navy jersey? We haven't had a navy jersey yet. What happened to the yellow jersey? We haven't had a yellow jersey yet. So why are you skipping all this? Tina Turner jersey? Great if you're in year 13. We're in year 4.
How many colors do you need?
Are you supposed to go through the colors in a certain sequence? Like what's
not necessarily. I mean, you could do whatever you want. I guess.
Gold's not one of the colors that. I mean, I guess is that yellow? What kind of?
I mean, I probably have something. I mean,
why do you want a yellow
flag
jersey?
In the background? That's the city red.
They said that was one of their colors. I guess was yellow.
Yellow
I don't know.
How many colors do they have?
That's what I'm saying. 4.
I just said
or something.
They got 4.
Yeah.
That seems like too many.
I've never seen really yellow much. I mean, I've seen like maybe white. Maybe that's the gray
like
stuff.
3 is like the limits on the colors for your team.
I've got
away jerseys and stuff.
Red, white, and blue.
I don't know.
I guess it's the same colors usually.
I don't know where it is, but there.
What's
it doesn't have the yellow.
What's the city flag? You know, like the actual city, St. Louis City.
Yeah, the
what color are those?
or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like red and
blue,
white.
and white.
Yeah.
Okay.
Red, blue, and white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There might be some yellow in there. Is there yellow in that or not? No.
Is the Fleur de Lis yellow?
There might be some yellow in there, which would make sense also.
I'm
All
just
right, while you're
curious.
looking that up, Dudley, the big thing with St. Louis City.
There is yellow.
There is yellow.
Yep.
Is it the outline?
It is. No, it's the circle for the around the Fleur de Lis, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'll share it, you know, since we're doing that.
Sure.
Perfect. Well, now that you figured it out. Yeah.
I love that flag.
Yeah,
I think that's a cool flag.
It's a great flag. It's a great flag. I would agree. And
I actually have a cool one.
Rivers,
I've got a cool one that's like, let me see if I can find it. You know, it's got the Cardinals and the Blues on it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think I've seen that.
Where is it?
I'm not seeing it. Why would it not come up?
Yeah, I don't know.
There's some cool stuff on there, though.
Earlier, when I was looking up this shooter, there was a story, MSN. It was just interesting how they said Canadian police identified the person who carried out a school massacre as an 18-year-old woman with mental health issues.
Yeah, right. They won't say transgender.
You don't say, though. You don't say they have mental health issues since they freaking shot people and killed them in a mass shooting.
Right.
Wow.
Yep. I know.
Yeah, as a woman. Yeah.
It was a woman trying to be a man or a man trying to be a woman?
Man trying to be a woman.
Nobody knows.
What? Yeah, you can tell in that picture.
No one knows.
No one knows.
You can put lipstick on a pig.
That's still a pig.
Still pig.
All right. So St. Louis City, they have their season opener next weekend. So their home opener, their season opener. We already talked about some Olympic stuff, right? I'll take both of you to the game. We could do a pod.
Ooh, live pod from the game.
Live pod from the game. How does that sound?
Might be a little loud.
Well, you have to do it before the game, maybe. You do it outside the game. I don't know.
Or we'll do like you said last week. We'll go there for dinner right before the game. We can set up our podcast right in the stadium.
Yep. You know, I got my I have season tickets, so I split them with my brother. So I'm going to take my brother to the first game, and then he takes me to the last game. So it's a nice trade-off, and then we kind of break it up from there. And then every now and then, even if I don't have tickets, if I'm in town or whatever, I'll just go buy them. You know, the prices have really come down. Like the first year I could sell tickets that first year for a pretty good profit. The second year, break even. Last year, it wasn't even worth selling. Like,
you have to let me know if you have tickets you don't want.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll go that far, but I'm sure I'll have tickets where I'd love to bring it to a game. Very rarely am I going to have tickets that I don't want or can't use.
Well, because of your brothers, your dad, or whatever, somebody.
Yeah. So I set it up to where if I know if I'm going to be out of town, my brother has those tickets, and if I'm in town, so unless something new comes up or whatever. But yeah, my intention is to go. So I get 9 games, he gets 8, and then we each get a bonus game. So
that's fun. That's a good amount.
Yeah, I bring him to 1 game at a minimum, and then he brings me to the last game at a minimum, and then we bring my dad, my brother, friends, wives, that kind of.
It's probably enough to where you don't lose interest.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
Too much, it kind of gets drags on.
Especially splitting the tickets, you might only go to a game once a month.
Yeah, that's fine. That's a good amount. Right. You're too busy to do it really a whole lot more.
Yeah, because when you're going to it costs a lot of money because you go down there, you want to buy beer, you want to buy food, you go shopping for gear. It turns into a whole thing. It's easy to spend a lot of money, and if you have tickets to the Blues or something, these people that have tickets to the Cardinals.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to 81 games a year. You can't buy beer.
Who's doing
hot dogs?
Who's doing that?
Yeah,
nobody's doing that.
Yeah, no, nobody's doing that.
Even in my heyday of being a Cardinals fan, it would have never happened.
Yeah. All right, I think that pretty much covers it. I mean, we already talked about the Kachuk brothers.
Was that
They're
the top
awesome.
10?
That was the 10 top. Yep.
10 top.
Yep. Jordan Biddington gets the shutout for Team Canada.
Here, let me share my screen once more. This is a pretty good Team USA. Let's see here. We'll wrap the 10 top up. by...
I think I might skip the wheel tonight too.
We should probably start wrapping it up.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'll skip the wheel.
All right, you ready for this?
Yep, we're ready.
Make sure we got some volume here.
I think I've seen this one already. This is
for
pure
the fans.
domination. Yes.
Take that, Latvia.
Too easy. It almost like they were playing the blues there.
It kind of looked like they were just playing around there.
Yeah. I tell you. All right, so if we skip the wheel, I did have just a couple of other things. Does anybody watch Mr. Beast on Amazon Prime?
My kids do.
Oh, it's so good.
Really? You like it?
This last it was great. It hooks me, man. I'm like, this is a great reality show.
I try not.
Somebody was talking about this recently. I don't know what I don't even know what it's about.
They do some wild stuff on there, don't they? Like all kinds of random shit.
Oh, he's bribing people. He's giving away $5 million, $1 million. You know, everybody gets $100,000.
Like
you know who Mr. Beast is, right? He's the biggest YouTuber. He's biggest YouTuber on the planet. I mean, he's worth $1 billion on paper.
I was hoping so, handing out millions. I mean,
but his parents are paying for his wedding. I think I saw.
What? No.
I think he's got to GoFundMe.
He said that he didn't have enough to go get like a coffee in his account, and his parents are paying for his wedding.
So he says he does just reinvest the money. He says he lives on normal means.
Sorry.
It's all locked up. And that's what he says. They're like, I'm worth $1 billion on paper because his YouTube channel alone is worth X amount of dollars. But whatever money he makes from one video, he immediately reinvests in the next video. And that's why he's always giving away cars and Teslas and millions of dollars. And, you know, he was on Jimmy Fallon, I think, was it this week or last week? He just gave away, everybody in the audience got $1,000. There were 250 people in the audience. So he just was like on a whim, got rid of $250,000.
So how many, how many,
you get a car, you get a car.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's that to the extreme.
How many viewers do you think he has, or subscribers on YouTube do you think he has?
I think he has at least 500 million.
Correct?
500
million.
Yeah, I have no idea. I didn't know who he was. I still don't know.
Yeah. I'll say at least 500 million.
So let's compare him to the NFNP pod. So we're sitting at 7. He's got 467 million.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
I mean, we're getting there.
Yeah. Pretty.
Give it a little time.
I guess we got to start handing out Teslas. I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
Now,
go check out his show. You can watch the whole season 1 on Prime. He gives away $10 million, and then season 2 still has 2 episodes left. It's freaking good. It's entertaining.
So he's got a good thing going.
Yes, he's got a good thing going. And then I'm watching 2 other shows. I'm watching one other show, Game of Thrones, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I don't know if anybody's watching that.
Is that a new show? Or that's not the old?
It's the new one.
Okay.
Yeah, it's new. The last episode was fire.
You know, it's funny.
It was good.
I was listening to Joe Rogan earlier, and he said he was rewatching Game of Thrones. And I was like, that's
so good.
A show I've never watched.
Oh. So, you know, I wasn't at first. I'm like, no, dragons. No, I'm not into that kind of stuff. Like it's like Lord of the Rings. Like, it's not my thing.
Yeah,
I'm a sci-fi guy. Don't get me wrong.
Those were okay.
Well, then if you even remotely think, and I love Game of Thrones, and I hate Lord of the Rings.
Really?
But if you're into even you have not watched Game of Thrones.
You know what it was? It was kind of odd. Like, so we watched the first episode, and I wasn't really like too into it, but it was okay. Yeah. And then if you remember the end of the pilot, when the guy like throws the kid out the window.
Pushes Bronn out the window.
I was I don't know. It just doesn't seem like my kind of show.
All right.
And that was it.
You gotta.
Yeah, that was
another one. You got to
turn me off.
You got to revisit. You got to revisit.
I know, and I was thinking about that today. I was like, man,
banging his
everybody
sister.
Said, it was a really weird situation.
Right.
Yeah.
But I was.
Well, if you can get through season 1, you get through season 1, and you're like,
holy
shit.
Get through a whole season.
Is it?
I mean, you got 8 seasons now. It's going to take you a year to watch Game of Thrones from beginning to end.
It took me 4 nights. It took me 4 nights to watch the last 15 minutes of Fallout. Because I kept falling asleep and I couldn't stay awake. So I just had to
we're saving the last episode for season 2 for Sunday night.
I'm actually kind of confused in general what's going on a little bit. Like it's like
Fallout.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. All right. What about, this has to be the last topic, unless you guys have stuff, because I hate to bogart the topics. But I texted you guys, a couple of these sea dance videos. This is the new AI video generation.
Yeah. Insane.
This is insane. Insane. It's so good. I mean, now there's just short clips, don't get me wrong, but if they can have Brad Pitt fighting Tom Cruise, it looks like them, it sounds like them, the action is good. I mean, like, Hollywood's in trouble.
Dude, it's getting kind of crazy. Like, even from just 6 months ago.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah.
It's night and day.
Night and day. AI is, if you didn't think AI was taking over the world.
I was showing Jenny there was a video of Will Smith. I don't know why, but with the AI, it's always him eating spaghetti. Have you seen those?
Yeah, I don't know why. I didn't get it. He's fighting the spaghetti monster.
Yeah, so he was fighting the spaghetti monster. And she's like, "Well, that looks fake to me." I was like, "Well, it's a spaghetti monster. Like, of course it looks fake."
Right. Well, now they've got people putting in all kinds of stuff. Godzilla versus King Kong,
and apparently not needing a whole lot of not a lot of info. Just simple stuff.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, and it looks good. Somebody put in a whole new Stranger Things, like it's a whole new fight against Vecna and all kinds of stuff.
How do they control the likeness of these actors and actresses?
Well,
how is that going to work?
I think that is going to be an issue. I mean, ChatGPT got sued for having the knowledge from books and all.
How do you sue somebody for having knowledge?
I don't know.
They're not sourcing them, but
Yeah, they're not going to get. Now, if you make a movie and you publish the movie, you got to go get the rights to have Brad Pitt in it, I guess, even if he is AI. But if you're just posting something for free on the internet that's not making any money,
Brad Pitt has a mole right here, and that guy doesn't have a mole, so that's not Brad Pitt.
It's kind of like South Park, right? The beginning of every South Park episode says any name or likeness to any characters in the show is purely circumstantial.
Yeah. So just say that, then they're good.
Yeah.
Right, which clearly we know it's not.
We know what they're doing.
Yeah, we know.
But the thing is, do you think that the way that the actors, I was thinking about this, do you think the way that like Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise look, like, I don't think that AI is ever going to really be able to replace actors and actresses, because part of why they're good is how they do improvisation and things like that.
Yeah.
And I don't think AI is going to understand how to do that.
I think what it could replace is the special effects aspect.
Yeah, if you're a stunt double, you're done.
Yeah,
you're done.
Exactly. Yes. That would be my concern. I don't think the actors are going away. Brad Pitt's not going to be out of a job. But if he's in a really badass fight scene with Tom Cruise, now instead of doing, spending months trying to film one fight scene, you're just going to plug it into AI.
30 seconds later,
you're gonna have the fight scene. So
yeah, there's a lot of probably scenes in that they would never have to shoot anymore.
Think about the second Matrix movie with Keanu Reeves when he's fighting the 100 Mr. Smiths.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that was a huge undertaking back then. They had to digitize Keanu Reeves. Even still, by today's standards, it looks fake. Back then, you were like, "Holy shit!"
Man, I want to go back and rewatch those. I can't find them. Like where to watch them at?
The Matrix.
Yeah,
I think they're on HBO Max. Maybe
I had looked on there. The third one.
Oh,
the last one is.
Yeah, the first one or the fourth one. Yeah, the first one's not. That's what I want to go back and watch.
Don't you have it on DVD?
I know, right? The first
one, probably,
like,
but I don't have a DVD.
I don't know. Actually, you know what? I don't know. If I have
the first one, that is an all-time great movie.
Yeah, that's why I want to rewatch it.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch that with Frankie or something.
The first Matrix.
I remember watching that and just being completely mind blown.
Well, I don't think that there's really not a lot of bad stuff in that one, right? As far as for kids,
he wouldn't even understand it if it was.
Yeah, violence. I'm fine with that. That's cool.
Wow.
But for a 10-year-old, I think it's fine for a 10-year-old.
Well, Frankie's only 3.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I'm turning on Disney. I'm turning on Spidey, and his Amazing Friends cartoon.
Yeah.
And Predator Badlands, shows up. And Catalina is a scaredy cat, literally. And she was like, "Oh," she doesn't even want it. She's like, "Get that off the TV." Well, Frankie's like, "Oh, that's not too scary for me." He's into this stuff.
That's funny.
He's not scared at the moment by anything.
Yeah.
He's never once talked about having nightmares.
That's what he says now.
Right. Yeah. So until I show him Predator.
I don't think I ever had a nightmare.
Ever? You're alive?
What?
I mean, I don't know, when I was a kid, especially. I don't think.
Huh? I don't know.
But then again, maybe I didn't watch. I don't know, nothing crazy. I was too young. I don't know.
You were sheltered.
I watched Jaws too young, I think. I probably watched Jaws. Yeah, probably around like first grade or something like that.
I'm not getting in the ocean. Hell no, there's big sharks in there.
Well, you need a little bit of fear. You have to instill a little bit of fear in them.
That's true. That's true.
So what do you think, Jameson's asking us a bunch of times, like, what do you think the scariest movie is that you've seen?
The most disturbed or the scary?
I'd say scary. Like, what actually do you think was a good scary movie? Not just like a hacker slasher.
Some of the Saw movies. Oh, so no. Okay.
I mean, I guess you could consider those scary, but I don't know.
Maybe like The Purge or something like that you were talking about, or like
The Purge,
dark.
See, I think The Shining for me is always
The Shining. I was going to say The Shining or
scary movie, because that has
the original
classic
Poltergeist, Exorcist.
Yeah.
The Constantine's a pretty good scary movie.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Scary?
Aren't they coming up with the second one? I think they are.
Oh, I think they did.
Yeah,
I think it was already.
Or it's already out. And they're coming out with a new Matrix. A new Matrix is coming out. I don't know. I'd have to think about there's some scary movies. Don't get me wrong.
Like
I
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
That's kind of along the same lines as Saw a little bit. I'd say maybe.
Yeah. It's like some of them get over the point of it's like not really scary anymore. It's just like they jump out. They jump out. It's real gory and stuff. I'm not a huge fan of those anymore. It's like, what was that? The one where Final Destination. Remember those?
Right. Those I loved those.
Those were fun
originally.
To watch.
Yeah, those are fun to watch.
Got a little ridiculous after the third and fourth and fifth one. Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, for sure.
Well, that's usually what happens with most of even Saw. Like the first one, it has that big twist ending, and you're like, "This is a great movie." Well, then after that,
how many was there?
The
like
thing
5?
I like about Saw,
there's like 10 now. At least
was they did kind of tie the story together pretty good though.
Yeah,
that was
really
well.
After
Final Destination did the same thing, and you probably haven't watched it.
No,
all.
I haven't.
So, and neither have I. But like, you watch the first 3, it's like a normal trilogy,
different unrelated stories.
Right. Well, then they come out with the 4th one, and the 4th one, the big twist ending. Spoiler alert! If you don't want to hear it, is a prequel. But you don't know it until the very end.
I think I did.
Yeah,
I do remember that.
You think it's another sequel, and you realize that they were on the plane.
Yeah.
And
they were getting on the plane or something, right?
Are you talking about
and so that
Saw?
was Final Destination. So them getting on the plane is their Final Destination, which kicks off the next set.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so that was like, and now they have this new one, Bloodlines, which I heard actually was really good. But
that's another Final Destination.
Yeah. Well, I think it's like their kids now or something. Bloodline, it's the next generation.
Everything's trying to kill us.
Fast and Furious 29.
Right.
Do you remember after, speaking of Paul Walker earlier, do you remember after he died that for like 2 years movies were coming out with him in it? And that was the craziest thing.
Yeah, that happens.
But it was like 2 years
especially
later,
when you're that big, he was doing all those movies. What was the one movie, Nilla, with him in it? Oh, it was really good. Jane really liked it. I think we watched it like back in the apartment days.
Gonna need a little more info.
Yeah,
I mean,
where they uncover like a child porn ring. Duds is gonna look it up right now.
Like,
Paul Walker movies. That one was a good one.
It doesn't. I don't even know if I saw it. I don't watch a lot of movies. I never did. So it's I don't know if I saw it.
It wasn't Brick Mansions, was it?
No, that doesn't sound right.
Pawn Shop.
Well, you would like go to bed or go play Xbox, and then I'd sit there and hang out with whoever was left in the apartment watching movies.
I don't know. He was in a lot of movies.
Yeah.
Running Scared?
That's
Takers,
it.
Maybe?
Running Scared. Running Scared. Yep, that was it.
Never heard of it.
Yep. It's a good one. If you want to check out a good Paul Walker movie, I think that's a good
one. Okay. Well.
Yep.
He was in
your homework.
Pleasantville.
Yeah.
Your homework, listeners. He was in Pleasantville?
That's what it says. Probably a small time part in that one.
Right. All right. Well, do you guys have anything else? I know, Duds, you had like 3 or 4 stories.
Oh my gosh, so many. I mean, I don't know. Greg, do you have anything else? Let me look back through here.
Yeah, he's over here like, dude, it's past 10:30. It's bedtime.
It's about that time.
Oh, you know what we didn't say? We didn't talk at all about, which I don't even know if you guys were aware of this. I might have sent it out also. The Mexican
El
Paso?
drones or something?
Yeah, the military operations going on down there with the helicopters.
Yeah, it's hard to
is
make
going
heads
on?
and tails out of that because they shut down the airspace for 10 days and then they changed their mind almost instantly. And I'm like, what?
Well, yeah, that, but also, did you see the helicopters that were shooting at the cartel over in Mexico?
Oh, you did send that.
Mhm.
Yeah, you did send that. So it's like, are we finally going after some of these cartels?
Yeah, so there were some military operations going around.
Yeah.
And it was right near that El Paso area. And you could hear like a minigun going off from one of the helicopters.
So is this related then, or it's not?
I think so, because I think the cartel was the ones responsible for whatever these drones were that they were sending.
Yeah, what was actually happening?
I don't know. I think they shut the airport down just, out of caution.
Caution, right.
Then they maybe tracked where they were coming from.
Right.
I also saw a video where they took out like a bunch of drones with some like little EMP type weapon.
Is that what it was?
Yep.
Yeah.
They've got that.
I thought it was another drone that actually was taking them out, like a military grade like drone that was basically like shooting or.
I think it was like a drone up there, but it was using whatever that technology was.
Yeah, using the EMP.
Gotcha. Yeah. Makes sense.
So let's see. It was that. That was kind of a.
I know you said the one about the 2 22-year-olds that died.
Well, yeah.
That was pretty crazy. The
daughters
second one,
of a mayor.
Yeah, the Minnesota
that was strange.
Gubernatorial candidate, he dropped out after his daughter was murdered by her husband.
Yep.
Oh.
And then who was the other one? They were from California, right?
LA mayoral candidate.
And she was found on the side of the road.
Yeah.
A medical emergency or something, and she ended up dying.
That one sounded a little bit fishier, per se.
Yeah, on the side of the road without a car.
Looking back at that first one, though.
No car.
I mean, how many people, I guess it didn't really say if the guy slit his wrist or whatever, but how many people commit suicide by stabbing themselves, other than like if you were going to slit your wrist? I don't think you're stabbing yourself in the chest, right?
Yeah.
So I would be interested to know if that's the kind of stab wounds they were, or if it was like
and their neck or something.
Yeah, if it was just him cutting his wrist, I could. Okay, I could see
versus that.
Right.
Yeah, it's not really.
Well, he survived. Then, that was the
thing.
If
he was
he survived.
Oh, I thought he was dead.
No.
Okay.
So did she's dead.
Did he admit
he
to
was
anything?
in the hospital? I don't know that they're there yet. I don't know if he's in a coma or whatever, but they're blaming him. They're saying it was a murder-suicide attempt.
Okay, so maybe I just saw murder-suicide. I didn't see it was an attempt.
But, yeah, that's what the police are saying.
Okay.
So
I thought he did successfully kill himself.
Yeah.
But
No.
Loser.
No.
We'll see.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Loser. Yeah.
What else do I got here? So scrolling through here. I thought let's see. So the other one, well, this is kind of cool. I'll just say this. Somebody had plugged in all the Epstein files into this different data viz app, and it basically shows you all the connections of all the different people. It sets all the people and companies and all this stuff up as different nodes, and then it connects them all through a chart, like a 3D
like a murder board.
Kind
like
of.
a murder board.
Exactly. Yeah. And it has all these different connections from all these different people and these different organizations and stuff. Pretty wild.
Yeah. Well, see, it's gonna be things like that because of AI. You're gonna be able to take that and do this massive data dump and just let AI figure it out.
Right.
Or at least assist.
Go check that out.
Help you do it. Help you analyze.
Yeah, right. Shorten the time.
Yeah. We talked about the Gmail app, the Epstein Gmail app or whatever last week, right? Where you can log in like you were Jeffrey Epstein.
No, I didn't see
all
that.
of the different. Oh, I thought we brought it up on maybe it was somewhere else.
I was like, I don't know.
So somebody put that together. They took all the Epstein files and uploaded it into this Gmail app, so you can log on to the website and scroll through everything like you are Jeffrey Epstein answering your like it's your inbox.
Wow.
Right?
That's wild.
Yeah.
3 million pages. It's going to take you a while.
It would take you a while. That's for sure.
So then the last two things I got. there was a video from Elon. He was talking to these other guys about how he thinks in 3 years' time that they will have these Tesla Optimus robots performing surgeries better than the best surgeons in the world.
Yeah.
In three years. And by 5 years, there'll be more of these robots than there are doctors.
Yeah.
Well,
there'll be more
I mean, to some degree,
qualified
you know how they say that, like, to be a doctor, you have to have like steady hands or something like that. Let's just say, well, a robot can have as steady as hands as it wants to, or as it needs to.
It's better than a human could ever do it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I mean, this is definitely the wave of the future.
Sure.
I mean, we know that. But again, it goes back, and we've talked about this, the exponential growth. We look at this C dance, for these AI videos.
Yeah.
When ChatGPT is only 3 years old. ChatGPT is 3 years old. AI video didn't even exist at that point.
Mm-hmm.
No.
And now it's
Movies.
almost perfect.
Yeah.
And so AI, Optimus robots, all this stuff, we're going to see it just take off.
Yeah.
Cancer, gone. 5 years. 10 years max, gone.
All of them?
All of them.
Cancers?
Global warming, finished.
Well, that never happened.
Fix that too?
It never happened in the first place. Right.
They already fixed it.
Yes. I mean, possibly death.
Wow.
I don't know about that.
Some people are saying that we're going to be the last generation to die. They say every generation after us will
just
live
missed
forever.
it.
I know, right? Son of a bitch.
Well, you might get to the point where you get to choose when,
Maybe.
Remember that? What was that TV show? The Good Life. Did you ever see that?
Yeah, my wife watched it. Yeah,
that'd be kind of interesting. It's like you get to live as long as you can, and as long as you can to do anything you want, and then eventually you move on.
Yeah, you're just
I think you can do that right now in certain states. Don't they have that law that you can choose to end your life?
Euthanasia law, probably.
Basically. Yeah.
Did you ever watch Upload, where the people upload their virtual self into a Matrix type world?
I don't know if I saw that one. No.
Oh yeah, that's on Amazon too. That's another good one. It's kind of more of a comedic take on the whole thing, but it's pretty funny. And you could see it happening. But the person that ends up being uploaded, well, he was murdered. Like, he didn't have any.
But that's not really. You're not really.
That's not you.
You can't feel. You can't taste. You can't through this virtual world.
Well, they help you with all that stuff. I don't know, but then they sell stuff. They sell stuff to you. So if you want to change clothes, you have to buy it with your real world money.
Oh man, they have skins. You gotta buy skins.
You gotta buy skins. Exactly.
My real world money.
You have to buy emotes.
Nice apartment. If you want to watch cool new movies, all of those things. Yeah, check it out. It's worth a watch.
What's it called?
It's worth a watch. Upload.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
It's an easy watch. It's 4 seasons. I think the last season's only 3 episodes. So a
bunch of soulless computer code.
Yeah, you could watch the whole thing in one weekend probably. You know who the main bad guy is? This I'm going to spoil it. The main bad guy, this is a season 1 spoiler, is the cigarette smoking man.
Ooh.
From the X-Files. He's 90 years old,
is that
man.
Deep Throat?
No, the Deep Throat's a different character from the X-Files. Cigarette smoking man is the ultimate bad guy.
He was a bad guy?
On X-Files?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't ever see it. How would I know?
Oh, Jesus.
I didn't
but
really
Deep
watch
Throat
it
was
myself,
a good guy, right? Wasn't he the guy telling him all the secrets?
He was the defector. Yeah, he's the one that
whistleblower.
Told some of the
Edward
secrets.
Snowden,
the whistleblower. Yeah, but he was also a bad guy. He was a part of the conspiracy.
Oh, he was.
Okay.
So there was a big conspiracy in that show.
Believe it or not.
I was like,
Yeah.
All right, my last thing. I saw these and it was really cool looking.
We keep saying this every week. I think it ends up being a longer episode.
I just wanted to show you this because I thought this was really neat. Although once I found out that an Israeli company came up with it, I'm probably not going to buy it. But check this out.
It's like Sea Dance is Chinese.
I only wanted to say it because I've been thinking that this was coming for a while now. And it actually,
virtual reality?
It actually is.
And it might be the future of how we work. It's called the Spacetop G1, made by an Israeli company called Sightful. Instead of a physical display, you get a pair of AR is hardwired to the keyboard that project a 100-inch virtual workspace
Hardwired
in front of your eyes. That means you sit in an airplane with the person in front of you fully reclined, and you still have a massive display to work on. You can sit in a coffee shop and nobody can see what's on your screen because the screen only exists for you. A wired.
So I just thought that was kind of.
Well, this already exists.
Does it?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, Meta glasses.
Well, whatever.
Like,
I mean, does that have a keyboard?
Well, of course the idea is there. Well, in
Does it have a
Microsoft, they tried to do this years ago, and they were never able to get it off the ground. I guess augmented reality.
Right.
So they thought that they would have this whole thing where you wouldn't have to have TVs anymore. It would just be projected on your wall, or same deal. You put on, glass. We'll get to that point. I think.
for sure.
When they said hardwired into the, why does it have to be hardwired? That's ridiculous.
Oh my gosh! And this
I'm not interested.
It's a lot of
power. It's got to be Bluetooth. If it's not Bluetooth, I'm out.
Look at your headphones.
I know my headphones are wired.
That's true.
I mean, they also have Bluetooth capability, but I was worried that I would have a delay, so I hardwired.
I was not the only one. I was not the only one when I watched that. When I heard the Israeli part, I was like, oh, so I probably won't get it.
Well, it's kind of interesting that they actually made that like right there, boom, like blatantly known. Like I'm surprised they even say it.
It was like the first thing he said, like an Israeli company. So I went into the comments because, of course, I was wanting to see what people were saying about it, and it was loaded, and people were like, "Oh man, I totally want to get this, so they can just blow my head off with their pager technology."
Yep. Well, they did that successfully. One of the biggest and actually one of the most badass, probably military operations or spy operations out there.
Yeah. So I was like, probably not going to trust those though.
It's funny because nobody, when that happened originally, nobody knew how they did it. It was like this whole big thing. And then it turned out that it was, you guys know how they did it?
Didn't they get it at the factory? Like
it was much stupider. Everybody was like, they somehow infiltrated these pagers and turned them into bombs. Well, what they did is they actually just went and got the factory or whatever, and then sold the pagers to the bad guys. Yeah. It was it wasn't like some crazy. Well, at first people thought it was like some kind of crazy new technology where they were able to like hack into like.
I never thought that.
But no,
I never thought that.
They just infiltrated the place that the bad guys were buying the pagers from.
Okay, so people thought that they were just hacking in and blowing the batteries up.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you looked at the explosions though, like those are a little different than just the lithium battery explosions.
Sure. Yes. Yes.
So
right.
I never thought that, but I guess some people probably could have.
Yeah. So really, it was just old school
cloak and dagger spy shit.
Yeah, spy shit. Exactly. That's what I was going to say.
Killing terrorists with pagers. It's kind of wild. I mean, you got to give them that.
Maybe
it's definitely.
I think that's a good.
It's definitely a, I guess, a unique way to do it. And since they probably didn't have to like intercept a bunch, because who uses pagers? It's like
only
terrorists, apparently.
the Taliban
and doctors.
Yeah. Right, and doctors.
Drug smugglers.
Is that a good title? I don't know. I got to come up with a title. We'll see. Like killing terrorists with pagers. That could be a good title, right?
Sure. I mean, it's not really about very much, but I mean, do we really talk about too much?
That's the fun of our titles.
We'll let AI handle that, Bradman.
Actually, it's probably not bad
AI titles are terrible. They're terrible.
It's probably not bad too because it's like the last thing you said. So the whole time they're like, "Well, where did that even come from?" And at the very last end, oh, there it is. They put the milk in the back.
The AI title, if it was up to ChatGPT, the title would be Weekly Roundup 10 Top.
Yeah,
it's that good.
Like, it's that good, man. It's so boring.
It's off.
So I got to come up with these fun ones. All right, I got to go to bed.
Me too.
I got the kids tomorrow. They're off school.
All right, thank you, listeners.
I took off. So thank you, listeners.
We'll get to your comments next week.
NFMPpod.com.
Leave us a comment. We'll bring it up on the show.
There you go.
Later.
This number has been disconnected.